Okay.
Are we live? We're
I think
live.
we're live. Hi, everybody.
Hi. Everyone's coming. Don't worry.
Oh, boy,
Hello,
a whole bunch of people
everybody.
waiting here.
Oh, gosh. Sorry,
my,
people.
Oh my goodness.
Life is busy. Life is busy.
Wow.
Do we have enough room? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. You good? I'm good.
It's in each other's laps.
All right.
Wow.
How many people? Hi, people.
Hi, everyone.
There's Tom. Where's Tom? Oh,
Oh, Tom's gonna ask. Answer questions.
What?
What?
You want to work.
Yeah, sure.
you can see us. We're right there. See?
us.
See
Yeah.
us?
Try not to
See?
see
Wave
me.
at
I'm
yourself.
already
Wave at
red.
yourself.
I'm holding it up.
Hello.
From the drink. Oh, whose drink do I have? Alice.
Don't take Alice.
Okay, here, you
Oh,
sit on the bench.
Sorry, guys. It took us a little while to get ourselves organized here. We were going to eat a half hour ago, and we got
We
talking.
got caught up.
Surprisingly enough.
talking.
Dewey, don't lick my legs tonight.
Maybe we need to send them out.
Oh, they will work.
Or they will bark if they
They
go out,
will.
you mean? Ooh,
Yeah,
careful.
unless
You
they're
okay?
big.
Right at the burger.
Then somehow, I just need to make sure something else is connected.
Did I tell you I put my shrimp in my salad? Your shrimp in my salad? She brought shrimp cocktail, and I threw it in my antipasto salad.
Oh,
Mm.
was that on purpose?
Well, I
Yeah.
wish all the friends watching it were here eating with us.
Yeah.
You know
You
how
know,
I
Lainey
feel
loves to
eating-
eat in front of
Oh, yeah,
everyone.
In front of everybody.
But
There's
too.
the lady eating in front of everyone. Let's start
But I
that
don't
early.
have a
Yay,
problem drinking in front
lady.
of everybody. It seems. No problem
Mm.
drinking.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy, I just did something.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
All right, I see
All
us
right,
down.
there we are.
Oh, we're back.
Okay.
Technical difficulties?
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. I've got this.
Oh.
I actually have a teleprompter now, and that's what that is. And I was trying to hook that up to my computer to make so then we could read the stuff here. But
Oh.
when, it didn't work.
Okay, because I was going to
Is it
say,
okay?
I know my
Yeah.
eyes are bad, but I don't see
Yeah.
anything there.
I gotta go get some shrimp.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, welcome.
Hi.
Talk to them.
Well, you get your shrimp.
So we got people from College Grove, Tennessee. We got people from Texas.
Texas.
Wow.
Hey,
Yes.
shout out to Texas. Sorry we beat your Dallas. What is it?
Oh, yes.
Celtics. Yay. No. All right, and that's the only thing we're going to say about that. But I'm
And
proud.
It's probably as hot here as in Texas.
Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, it's
Mavericks.
so hot. How
It's hotter
you
than
can
Florida
tell Tom-
today.
Tell
Woo.
Tom how hot it is in Texas. It hit 93 here today.
Mm.
Probably in the hundreds there, but
Well, I know we're
first bad day of heat.
we're hotter than
Right.
Florida.
Yeah, we're not used to 93. We
Not
haven't
in
had
June. Not in June.
no, we haven't had anything like that. We've been in the low 70s, breezy. We've had a lot of rain already.
Mm.
very
Um,
A
nice.
little bit spoiled.
Yep, the grasses
Mm.
were very
Yes.
green.
Mhm.
The plants, the flowers. Mm.
We
Mhm.
got
It's
East
been a beautiful-
Tennessee. We got Wisconsin. We got New Jersey.
Jersey. Oh, I'm from Jersey. You from Jersey?
A lot of people will call and say, Lainey, you got a Jersey accent. So
No.
whoever's from Jersey, maybe I'm from your hometown.
Mm.
All right. All right. Woohoo. Okay.
right.
Can we all be seen? Yes.
So someone asked, "What's your favorite spongy toilet character?"
What?
What's your
That was
favorite
for
spongy
you.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Spongy toilet? What?
character?
Character? Like SpongeBob?
I have no idea.
I
I'm
don't-
clarify because I'm
Yeah,
confused.
they're gonna have to clarify.
Is
that,
it a
'cause I don't
cleaning
have any
question?
Spongy toys.
Is it a clean? I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
We got somebody here from Connecticut,
Woo!
from a couple miles away.
You should
Michelle.
come over. Is it Michelle? No.
hi, Michelle.
Is it Dawn? No.
Hey, Michelle. Hi, everybody.
Somebody from
Welcome to
Buffalo.
our live. Someone from where?
Buffalo.
Buffalo, New
Mhm.
York.
Wow.
You can say their names.
He's like, I'm eating. He's eating his shrimp.
There's a lot of names I'm trying to.
So what we planned tonight was everyone brought a little something, and Tom was just gonna grill us either chicken or a hamburger. And then we ended up drinking and just having such a good time that we lost track of time.
of the
Mm.
time.
We totally. So that's why we're late, guys. Sorry, I didn't have everything totally set up. All of a sudden, it was 4:00 and I went, oh! So I had all the equipment set up, but I didn't have it connected.
Here,
Yeah.
all the technical data and readings are all on the screen.
They
On
can't
that
see
screen?
us?
They can see you, but they see all the channel 1, channel 2 sound, the AFC, the AF2, the.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
I can't fix that.
Why?
I have no idea.
I have no idea either. I see
Mm.
that they see that, but why?
Always have to make life interesting.
There's always a technical.
I don't
issue.
understand.
Stand. Oh, memory card cannot read movie. Oh, we're back.
Huh.
What's up, Dewey? How do we
Okay, you
fix
guys
this?
just talk. I'm gonna try to troubleshoot.
Lainey, talk. She's like, I have food in my mouth, and you know how I hate to talk when I'm eating.
Well, one of the things that we were talking about while we were having our drinks, and I think we're all drinking something different. So let me tell what I'm drinking. I'm drinking Sprite Zero with vodka
And fruit.
and fruit. Alice brought the fruit, so I threw some blueberries in and strawberries. So
Summer drink.
summer drink. So I've already had a full one, so I'm on my second one.
Who knows what will happen?
Plus a little heat. That'll make me feel good.
Uh-oh.
And you?
I'm trying to get
And me, well,
Yeah, Alice,
You're
what are
in
you
your
drinking?
Prosecco.
trying of my Prosecco
Okay, with ice.
and just chilling and
Mhm.
enjoying the company, and we haven't seen each other in a bit,
Mm.
so
Yeah,
it's
I
all
can
good
see
to catch
that.
up.
Yeah.
That's
Do what?
what made us late.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were catching up.
We were catching up.
And now what are you drinking?
I have my Cayman Jack margarita, just in a can, and fruit and ice.
And fruit.
Yeah.
Perfect. Very
So-
nice summer drinks.
Yeah. I mean, it's hot, so you need to
It is
replenish
hot.
yourself and
Absolutely.
hydrate yourself.
Exactly. And if it can't be water, then
I
it's
drink
gotta be
so much
something.
water. I drink water
do too.
all day today.
Me too.
I drink. I'm like, okay, I had my water for the day. So
gracious.
And then we were talking about Ian's videos that had come out during the week that have been a great hit. Everyone's loving them.
mhm.
Nell's house,
Yeah.
then we went to my house, and then over to
Joanne's.
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 So, and
Yes.
I
So
filmed a
take
little
the-
garden
take this
video
off.
that Ian put to music.
Mhm.
Okay, I haven't
Quick
seen
one.
that one yet. Has it been aired on that? I wasn't listening.
Yes.
Yeah.
And aired, yep. It's
Okay.
kind of, kind of mellow and.
Sorry, guys.
I'm
That's okay.
no talking. I didn't talk on it at all.
Okay, so
So
you
that's-
didn't
What, am I
say like
taking
what the
off?
flowers were?
Nope.
You should have.
So that you would know what flowers are. Because
Exactly.
Lainey doesn't know what flowers are in her
When we
yard.
did my
so-
tour, I didn't know anything. She was
A
guessing.
lot of them aren't out yet, so.
Everything's a lily. That's a lily.
And hydrangea.
Hydrangeas.
This?
I love
Yeah.
hydrangeas
Oh,
though. Oh my
It's
gosh.
just, it's just the.
I don't know what it is.
Oh my goodness. Okay, you hold the camera then, and I'll do it. I know what it is.
Yeah.
At
And
least,
we were used to
It's on the
this.
tripod.
yeah.
Usually,
Yeah,
every
it's
time
like-
we set up,
Good
even
song.
at a live at Bumpkins, something goes wrong.
Mhm.
Sometimes we're missing a bulb, but they always get it together and come together. So we're used to it now.
Yeah.
We're just hanging out,
Go
being
with it.
calm.
Yep.
We'll get it together.
go with the flow.
I have to be home by midnight. Cinderella has to be back.
So we
so
have to get
the
a
time.
camera out of
Pretty good.
this.
Yeah.
I might need to be home by like 9.
9. All right.
Yeah.
We'll see what I
I
can
work tomorrow.
Mm.
do. At the condos tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right, guys, we're heading on our way here.
All right. we're right
Sorry
around.
about this.
It's good. It's all
This-
good.
This, I'm just hoping, corrects our problem.
Well, there'll still be something.
No, we're frozen. Oh, they're not frozen.
I don't understand why that's doing that.
It's gotta be a setting on the camera.
Yep, it is, but the camera won't let me I can't see the back.
That's like a big.
Is that
makeup
thing
mirror.
that is that
Yeah,
new?
it's
No,
awesome.
we use the
Yeah.
brown light when we do the live at the
Yeah.
shop. We
Mm.
use
Yeah,
the
we-
that
we
one.
use
It doesn't
your-
blind you either.
No.
It is bright,
Yeah, it is bright.
I'm gonna get my other camera.
It's very bright.
Oh, makeup mirror.
Anna will be right back.
All right, so I think we should just start talking about the YouTube without her. Just jump right in.
All right,
so we can jump right into the
What were-
conversation.
Well, we're talking about how we met, how we got on the.
Yeah, why don't we
YouTube.
start there? Because
Okay.
I forgot.
You forgot
Well, how, no, I,
You really stood out, Alice. That was really
I know
stood
how
out.
you and I met, but I don't.
I don't remember
We're
you.
gonna go over how we all brought it into
Alright.
the YouTube itself.
So you want me to start?
You sure?
Okay, so, actually, well, I knew you for a while, and I was in the shop one day, and I didn't know you real well, but I was in the shop one day, and you said to me, you have to watch, Ann Clay's gonna put the shop on YouTube, and I was like, okay, I wasn't really, I guess I wasn't really watching YouTube videos or much. Come on, how many years was that? 5, 6 years?
Well, that's another question that I was gonna ask
How
Ann.
many
I don't
years
know
has it
how
been?
many years have we been making videos together?
Take this off.
She'll have to find that out. She could give us an answer on
So
that.
then, so that was that, and I'm not sure if I did watch it or I couldn't get it, I don't remember. But then, I'm a vendor at Primitive Goods.
Yeah.
And then Ann came in, and I don't know if I knew who she was, but then Jean said to me, oh, this is Ann. I'm like, oh, so do you want to come to my house? And she's like, of course I would like to come to your house.
Come
And
play.
then
Come
that's how it kind of started with me. And I'll never forget when Ann came in, that very first time, she just stepped into the kitchen and this is what she said. It was so cute. She goes,
Okay, hold that thought a minute. Everybody,
Okay.
I'm switching cameras. We'll be right back.
Okay.
okay.
Wait, 60 pounds.
There.
Back? Are we back?
Are we back?
Yep, you're back.
Okay.
So, question, dear.
Are we done with the?
One
Oh,
other-
yes.
One other question.
Yes.
Turn this off.
Oh, that's off.
Okay.
That's not a big deal.
Okay. All right. Do you want us to start over?
Yes,
I don't know what they've heard. So,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah?
Well, they probably heard the beginning
Yeah.
because it was
I think-
live.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. We're
All
good.
right. Okay. So, back to Ann.
Yeah.
So then the very first time Ann comes to my house, I'll never ever forget it. And when I watch the video, I just laugh every single time. She steps inside the door of into my kitchen. She's like, oh, 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 oh. That's what she kept saying. Oh my, oh my.
I can hear that.
It's so much to look at.
It was so beautiful. And I was laughing, and then so we did the whole kitchen thing, and we were there for I don't know how long in the kitchen, 45 minutes.
At least.
And I'm like, yeah, this is all. And she's like, oh, and this is only the kitchen. And that's what I remember. That was a very long video.
Yeah.
So that was it. It wasn't Christmas. It was just during the year. I don't
Right.
remember when it was exactly. And then like the rest is history. Then it was like Christmas, and then we did a few other tours. We did a couple things during COVID. We did some Zoom things. Remember? We did
Yes.
samplers.
Yes, we did
That
Ask
was an
Alice. We
experience,
started Ask Alice and we did it on
Yeah.
Zoom.
Oh, so that was
yes.
during
Oh,
COVID.
that
That was
was
in
Ask
COVID.
Alice.
Yeah.
Because Ian and I go, well,
Yeah.
what are we gonna do now? And she's like, I don't know, maybe we can do something. Like, okay. And then Ian comes up with Ask Alice. That's
Yeah.
how that came into
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
And so then that was more about, antiques and history and that sort of thing.
Which I learned so much. I mean, honestly, if it weren't for Ask Alice, my house wouldn't look like it does. Because I learned
Well, I'm happy to share the joy.
I know. Well,
what I'm saying?
I mean, here's the whole thing. I was like, I don't need that many antiques. It's fine. And then I look at your thing and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I like the story behind that. And then I had to get one. So that just started a snowball.
it's the journey of,
Yeah.
and we all go through the same journey
Right.
of we collect certain things, the people that are really primitive,
Yeah.
and then you go back further and further in time.
Right.
And now I'm going, oh, some of that pilgrim stuff is starting to look really nice to me. And I'm like,
You can't go much farther than that.
now we're at the 1600s. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how far back? I think that's it. It's also harder to find. You can't find it.
Yeah.
But I would look at that stuff and go, ugh, so ugly. It's just,
Mm.
but it kind of grows on me.
It does.
Like
I got that
redware.
same thing. Yes, like
Redware
redware.
and tree.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I know. And the first few times I saw that pilgrim stuff, I was like, oh, it's so ornate and it's so
But you're like,
good.
oh, now
And now I'm like, oh,
I could be okay with that.
I'd totally be okay
Not the
with
whole house, but
that. Yeah.
well, I say that, but
I don't know how much you can afford. Boy, I better build another house.
I know.
Right? You gotta buy one piece.
But it's been a fun journey because obviously I love all this stuff and it's just the joy of kind of sharing it with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what it's about.
Yeah.
And Mel was the first one to go on
Yeah.
the YouTube show.
Mel was totally the first
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Because-
absolutely.
I'm the OG. No.
Okay, so
But it was Tom. No, it was Tom.
It was Tom.
It was
Okay.
Tom.
Oh, it was
So
Tom.
you guys were more like Chip and
Chasing
Joanna,
the dream.
chasing the dream.
Okay.
So you were
Joanna,
doing the new
yes.
farmhouse, and then
Yes.
it just got, and you did a lot of great videos of
Yeah.
what you were doing here and stuff. And then I don't even know how we did. I think it was just you said you want to video my house, or I said, oh, you want me to video my house or something. I don't remember.
Well,
I
was
must-
the cleaning video the very
No,
first
no, the
one?
cleaning video was not the
no,
first.
no,
No.
you had your bigger apartment. And
Yeah.
it was so decorated, so cute. And I think just one time I said, Mel, could we do that? on
Yeah,
the
I
channel?"
think that's what it was.
I think so.
So, but that was in the fall because I remember you guys had been doing this for about a year or so together.
Yeah, we had been doing it.
And then we did my place, and then you got some viewers, and then they liked our bantering.
Yeah.
So
Well,
then we
yeah.
started doing shop with us, and we go shopping.
shopping.
We went to
Yes,
Vermont
yes,
with Tom
yes,
one day and
yes.
videoed
Yeah,
us with Tom
yes.
in Vermont.
Is it
and-
possible for you to go back and find your very first video you did with Tom, especially for all your new subscribers or followers, and maybe post that? I'd love to
There.
watch it.
You go to videos and go down 800 videos. You'll find
Oh,
it.
yeah.
all
Wow.
that. Well, and I did do an introduction. Like there's a little when you go to my channel, you'll see a little video pop up, and it goes da 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 da, and it shows how Tom is. I forgot what I said he was, and I was. I
Shirtless?
forgot what I said I was too. Anyway,
Shirtless.
it was Tom's personality and my personality, and together we're doing
Yes.
this farmhouse,
Yes.
and that is still up there.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
because we used to start like at breakfast and we'd be eating strawberry pancakes and we'd be talking about what we were going to do for the day. And yeah. But see, then what
Nice.
happened was Tom all of a sudden got 2 jobs. And he couldn't do it with me anymore.
Mm.
Like, and so I was like, now what do I do? So then I just started decorating. And I just kept redecorating and decorating my same rooms over and over again. And I just put the camera on and I'd show me putting up curtains, then taking them down, putting a different, and it was so like, and then I went to, because, then I'm thinking I got to change things. So then I go to Target, to the cheap section, come home. And then I was doing like, I bought this and I bought this and I bought this. And then one day I looked at all my crap in my house and I was like, oh boy, I can't keep doing this.
Now, was Lady's store the first store that you did?
I think you did Tessier's.
I don't
No, I did you before Tessier's. No, I did Kathy at Woodstock Country Shop first.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Because Kathy, there was also a segment in there. Kathy used to have a decorating spot with me, and she would show us how to decorate some things in her store.
Mhm,
And I do that.
mhm,
And then Mel said to me, I bet Lady would like you to do her store.
mhm.
So then I asked you, and then
Yeah.
Mel also hooked up
Primitive
Primitive
Goods
Goods.
with Jeannie.
Mel was
Mhm.
helping hook me up with everybody.
I was
And-
trying,
yeah.
cousin. I was
You were
trying.
doing it. You were doing it, cousin.
Did a good job, obviously.
Yeah, so I
you
did
know.
that.
Connections in small towns.
Right. And then one day I saw someone on Facebook post about Tessier's and I thought, ooh, that's a pretty place. So we drove out there. I had my camera. I walked, Norman was there. Jerry wasn't there that day because she had just gotten the shot and she was all sick, right? So I said to Norman, he
The
was,
shot.
yeah,
Ooh, the
I
shot.
said to him, hey, I'm in Clay, I do YouTube, and I'd love to do your store, photograph it. And he goes, okay. So I did a movie of it. And then that night, Jerry was yelling at him. She's like, Joe, how could you just let this stranger do our store?
I don't think that's how she found out though.
No, it is. She found out because her grandson told her. And so she was like,
was it?
Oh.
she was giving Norm a terrible
Norm got
time.
ratted
Like,
out.
how dare you, And then the next day it was out, and I told Norman it was out, and he gave her a glass of wine. He poured a glass of wine. They sat on the couch and they watched it. And then she went, I love it. And she was so happy.
Oh, okay.
But that was like, so the first first time I met her, she goes, "Oh, I have to tell you, after you photographed my store, so much of my stuff sold." And I said, "That's great." And she goes, "No, you don't know me. You don't understand. I don't like to sell anything in my store. It's like not the way I decorated it."
Oh my God, I don't even know what to say to that as a store owner.
I know. And then Norman says, "Our store is there to sell things." And I was like, "But it looks so pretty right there." You know,
Oh.
she's such a decorator.
But I mean,
yeah.
her place is huge, and she has so much stuff that how does she remember everything everywhere?
Oh, she knows it all. She
Mm.
knows it all.
Oh,
She's
See, I've never
she's
met them.
amazing. Yeah,
I've never
they're
been there.
amazing.
It's kind of like, as a vendor, you put stuff in your booth
Right,
and you want it to sell.
Right.
right,
But you
But
don't want
you-
it to sell too fast.
Right.
Because, maybe you were using it as display. And you're like,
Right.
oh, dang. Well, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to sell stuff.
right.
But
Yeah.
it's sold way too
I
fast.
Right.
Yeah.
always had that
Yeah.
vision of bring it in, let's move it out. I want
Yeah.
new inventory all the
Well,
time.
that
Yes.
makes some good. But no, I brought that in. Now
I just decorated that. Yeah.
I'm glad people loved it, but now I gotta.
Wow.
I think the only time I had an issue ever selling anything is when you say, well, let's put it up on the shelf.
Oh,
And maybe you let it go. We'll see if someone wants to buy it.
Yeah.
She talks me through it
I
in the
do.
back room.
I'm like a little psychologist.
Yeah, go, you might be able to find something.
Psychologist.
Then when we're
Come on,
online,
man. You
I'll
gotta
go,
let it go.
I can't even look at it. Just put it up there. Let it go. And
see-
she's like, it's gonna be okay.
You
Seriously.
know, you
And I'll
let it
probably
go.
like swear at her under my breath. Give me the tape measure. You sound
You don't
like
do that to me. do you?
no.
No.
Next show I am. Absolutely
Maybe.
not.
Well, the basket of tape measures.
And then we sold the basket. I just wanted to go. Are you kidding me?
I couldn't believe that.
But
Yeah.
you want someone who loves it. You
Yes.
home. You love it as
I know
much
it's
as
going
you
to
do.
a
Then
good
it's
home.
way easier to
Well,
let go.
someone the other day tried to buy bowls right out of your house.
Did
They
that?
were like,
Oh.
"I'm gonna call the shop because I saw some big bowls." I'm like, "No,
Oh.
those big bowls aren't. Those are in our house."
NFS. That's what I always get when I go someplace. My friends always laugh. My friend Beth and I will go somewhere and I'll be like, oh, I love that. Then I'll look at it, NFS. I'm like, of course it's not for sale.
The best pieces are in.
They're always
I don't
NFS.
think I have any of that in the shop.
Probably
No,
not,
Probably
No,
no.
no, I don't think so.
No.
but some places do.
I
I'm like,
get annoyed when that happens.
well, then why
Because
have
I
it there?
want it.
I know,
Yeah.
want
but that's their
I
display.
know. I get
Yeah,
it.
but-
Oh, I do
High
have something.
prices.
Everybody can be bought.
I have my bell
Put it
snickle
really
at
price.
Christmas
Yeah.
on the cash register. It's my good luck piece.
That's
From
an
a
That's an
NFS.
NFS.
Yes,
Yeah.
So you have an NFS.
You
I
do.
do.
Seasonal
I
NFS.
lied again. I guess I do.
Lady,
It's
lady.
the good luck piece.
Maybe you need to use that therapy in the back room for
Yeah.
her
Yeah,
tomorrow.
maybe
Be
I-
like,
yeah,
lady,
the drinks are
you're
out.
lying again. You're
There's a lot
lying.
that
There
we
you
can
go.
change with
There
me,
you go.
believe me. You know when I'm drinking too, if I start getting red or break out in the hives and I'm looking over, I go, Jesus, is that
No,
from the
it's
sun
just
yesterday?
hot. It's
It's
hot.
just hot.
It's
It's
hot.
hot.
It's
But
hot.
the liquor's a dead
Okay.
giveaway with me.
Yeah. Well, we can see ourselves for you viewers. We can see ourselves on
Yeah.
the
Well,
computer.
and that's novel. We
don't
never.
ever- no.
I know. I tend not to look.
I don't like
at
what
it.
I see. I'm
I'm
too
just
close,
looking at
so then it
Tom.
makes me look bigger.
I'm just staring at Tom. I'm not really looking
I
at
should
that
sit back
screen.
there so I don't look as big in the corner here. The corner
Do you
people always
have
get
any?
the bigger
Does
thing.
anyone have any questions for us, Tom? Have you been reading
I
any?
just
Well,
all
they
they
want to
want.
know about favorite, what was that? Spongy toilet?
Oh yeah, what was that? Oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't even know what that is.
We did
No.
they explain?
Let's see, I gotta go find that back.
She knows. Sorry. Allergies.
We didn't lose everyone with our.
No,
Oh,
no,
Okay,
no.
good.
Oh, no, we got a,
I don't know why that camera had the setup on there, and I could not get to it to change it. That was weird.
It's all right. We
yeah,
just
but
kinda
there
go
have not
with it.
been questions, so.
Okay, but if anyone has questions, we'd love to hear them tonight, because you have all of us
Well-
together
Mhm.
too.
PG-13. No.
I'll just about answer anything. But anyway, I was gonna
I'll just
say.
about answer anything?
It's
Yes.
it's
I
too
was-
early,
I was
lady.
gonna say that I've known
Give me a
Mel
drink.
first,
Give me a drink.
and she used to bring you into the store.
Mm.
What,
Years
Mel?
ago.
Mel-
Years
I-
ago.
so let's face
Yes.
it, I've done all this.
This is all because of that.
It is
Yes.
true.
Let's actually go back because when I'd come to visit, I would go to these stores.
Right, with
you.
me.
right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
your house, your parents' house was always had some primitive in it.
Oh yeah.
And so this was a whole new thing for me.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
so-
and when she brought you in, I could never remember your name. So
Right.
Well, that's because
I would
I
call
know.
you vintage.
And you called me vintage.
Yeah, you
Because
did. You
she
called her
looked
vintage.
for something vintage at a Christmas or something.
So
Ask
we
me
have
for
a
that.
few questions now.
Woo.
Okay, all right, so let me just finish. And then I went on to be asked to be in the Primitive Place magazine. And I did up my bedroom
That's right.
in farmhouse white and I
Yeah.
added antiques to it.
Yeah.
And you came in the store.
Yeah.
And you go, how'd the photo go? And the magazine's out. And I go, I love the magazine, but they didn't put my bedroom in there. And I was so down and out. I think you almost handed me a tissue. Like, so dramatic. And you go,
No.
let's put it on the YouTube channel. You can do, Lainey, you can do whatever you want. You want to do your bathroom, we'll do the bathroom. And I go, let's do it. And that's how we started.
That's how we started.
And
Oh my
I think
gosh,
we
I'm
might
dying.
have. I think we might have done. That was at fall, so maybe
Yeah, it was
fall
fall.
was the first. I thought Christmas was. but
No, full.
You're right. Fall
That was
was.
fall.
I think
at my
mine
house.
might have been spring maybe, or was it? I don't remember.
I don't read that.
Although I'm thinking of the clothes I had. I had
Look.
sweater
Oh,
on.
Tom's got questions. Sorry.
No. I was just gonna say, it was sometime when it was reasonably warm. I think it probably was spring. I was there.
You went with me?
Yeah.
To Alice's house the first time?
Yeah.
I don't remember you, Tom.
Why would I take you?
I don't remember you, Tom.
I had the shirt on.
I stayed
He was
I
fully
stayed out of
dressed.
the
He was
way.
fully
I
dressed.
took you. I took you once when I had a migraine and I couldn't drive myself. That like I had the
No, I was
thing
there
around my
the
neck.
He
very
wants to
first
be there.
time.
We're
He
gonna
wants
do
to
that.
be there.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, did it for hours.
Hours.
Hour.
Anyway,
And then we established our little routine afterwards. So
Yes, we
after
did.
we do the tour, so I use all pretty dishes and I usually make something.
Yeah.
And we have tea.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a better hostess than I am. You come in, you're like, zip in, gotta go,
Yeah,
moms.
but you're like,
Because
do
I
you want
love
some water? Do you want a little candy here? Do you want a piece of cheese?
I
Do
do.
you want a cow chip?
a cow chip. Oh, that's true. I do offer cow chips.
Right.
But usually
you have
when
a long ride home, so that's
Yes,
our
I
little
do.
and
wind
usually
down.
when we do ours, then she'll go to visit her mom because her
Yeah,
mom
yeah.
is like a minute from my house.
Or a lot of times
Or we'll go out for eat. We'll go out to the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
That's true. So then it's
That's
offer
usually-
food because we're going out to
Just we
eat.
go out to eat. We don't,
Yeah, we try to get in out by 4 so you can
Right, so I can make it
And
home.
he'll ride home by,
Right.
be home by 5.
Right, that's what we try.
That's what we
Yeah.
try.
And Wes usually comes in,
Mm.
about the time we're having coffee.
Yeah,
And then he
goes
sits
to
down and
the-
starts eating
yeah, yeah.
food. And,
I
Yeah.
heard so much about him. I never met him until your birthday party.
Oh,
He's a riot.
Really?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I never
He had
met
the
him.
glasses on. I remember that. I don't know what
Yep.
type of glasses.
The party glasses. Like, he was pretty wild. Wild West.
Wild West, that's what I always think when I think
Sure
of
was
West.
Tom.
That's a wild one.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's the CPA we're talking about.
Yeah.
How wild he is.
We're talking about the same.
Although he
I
did not,
was sure Tim at the party.
he did not dance on the pole with Lainey though. He was not on the.
I'm never gonna live down you dancing up on the post on the.
No, you won't.
No, no.
It's embedded in all our minds.
And they only had the right music playing.
I know, but I couldn't do that for copyright.
know.
But yeah, if any of you have not seen her pole dancing on her porch,
Oh, that doesn't
look
sound
for Last
good.
summer's birthday, Lainey's 50th birthday. Can you have more 50th birthday parties? Those
Do
are fun.
something.
How about 51st?
Let's just
Absolutely.
beach party.
Mm.
Party. Yes.
Oh my goodness, it's hot.
Tom, do we have a question?
Yeah,
We
we have
have
a
a number of
I know, it's
questions.
All right,
Okay,
give
all
us
right,
a- give us a
let's do
question.
that.
So the
Question.
first question actually is for Alice.
Oh,
Was your occupation always being a vendor?
Oh,
So I've had many different things that I've done. So I started out being a teacher. So I guess the Ask Alice kind of comes naturally. From that, believe it or not, I went into accounting. I went back to school.
Oh,
I
okay.
did accounting.
Mhm.
And that, I guess those are the two things. Now I'm retired, but I still do accounting.
You're too
I'm
young to
obviously-
be retired.
No, I'm not.
She's not gonna answer that question in detail.
And,
She'll just say, no, I'm not.
But recently,
That was a setup.
actually, the last 2 years, I've been able to volunteer in my niece's school in the art room.
Oh, cute.
So that is my
Yeah.
passion, the teaching
Yeah.
and the art,
Art,
the creativity. I probably should have been a designer or something in art, but it really wasn't encouraged way back then.
Right.
Way back
Or
then.
pole, I should have been a pole dancer, I guess.
That wasn't
That wasn't encouraged
You
either.
still
But,
could. That's a good side job.
but yeah, so I guess, anything creative, art, teaching, believe it or not, but accounting goes hand in hand with that. I'm not sure why. But
That's
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, very interesting.
You'll find a lot of accountant teacher combinations. It's very common.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Never heard
why.
that. I
Yeah.
have a friend who's an accountant, but she's not a teacher.
Yeah. Well, did you marry a teacher?
No, she's married an FBI agent.
Well,
Now, Tim was an accountant.
and you were a teacher.
And I was a teacher.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
It's
that
a very
was
okay.
common. It's a very common.
Not here,
bond, I
neither of us.
No,
No.
no.
Yeah.
My spouse is not an accountant.
What is he, Mel?
I don't know what he is yet.
He's whatever she wants him to be.
That's right.
I
Alright.
can make up a story.
And
Next question. If you each could give me one item from your home, what would it be?
Oh.
Are you giving
Oh,
us
like
a
that
raise?
I know what I would give.
Don't say Anne.
I'd give no,
That's
I'd
what he
give
give me.
no.
No?
I'd give a antique little dog. She's 13 years old.
Oh,
Oh.
She barks and barks and barks. I'll give her to
What
anybody.
would I
Oh,
give?
Bella.
I already know the answer.
All right, go ahead. What would
So
you give?
I was thinking, because I wrote a bunch of questions down if we couldn't think of anything. And I
That's
said,
not gonna happen.
And I said, what is the most thing that I've collected ever?
Crazy.
And so I'd have to hand out a couple hundred items. So I think
What?
I think I have over 200 to 300 bracelets.
Really?
I have a problem with bracelets.
Oh my gosh.
But that doesn't
Yes.
count because that's not home
But that-
That's
decor.
not home decor.
It could be because I'm wearing it.
No, no.
I think
no.
they would.
Oh,
It's
come
something
on.
From our home
Well,
decor.
then
Like, are you saying something that we
Warm,
like the
like,
most
I mean,
that we would give, or that we like the
antique
least
or-
that we would give?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a trick question.
That's
I
a
just
trick
wanted to give
question.
everybody
I'm
something.
trying
so I
not to
could
make it
hand out
hard,
the
but it's hard.
bracelets.
Right. Like we have favorite items, but I don't think I'd give it away.
Right.
Right.
Well,
I don't know. That's a tough one.
I guess I would ask, like, what
They
do,
love.
what do you
Yeah,
like?
like-
What things do you like? And then I'd look at those things and then
Say, could I part with it?
I mean, first of all, a bowl comes to mind. That probably a bowl
Mm-hmm.
because everybody you can
Everybody
stack
can use
them
a
and you
bowl.
can use a lot of them.
Right,
But I guess I would find out what do you love?
What do you want? What do you love?
What's your love? And then I would go and look
What
at
do you
those things
want?
and then pick one.
I'd probably give away a tavern table because I love them and I have so many, and I'd get another one then.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, you could give a pillow away.
Never. Not my pillows.
Okay,
Probably, yeah. I mean,
What would you give away?
you know what? That's a hard question. I
I
don't know because my place is so small now that I love my little kitchen table. You know, that one that I got because when I was moving in, we kind of had the whole what should I put in there because it's so small. And then that table just happened to come into.
But if another table came along that you loved more.
I don't think I'll love anything more than my table.
And it-
Isn't that weird? I'm like,
you
I
know
love
what?
that. I look at it every day still. I'm like, I love you. I love
You
your
know what?
table.
It's like
I love my
something-
table.
Yeah.
That's a trick question. That was a hard one.
Uh,
I'm going with the bracelets. Well, I don't care if it's not home decor, or I'm going with if I had somebody that was like drooling, going, Lane, I love that, and I really like that person. I would just take it off the wall.
I know what
and
I'd
give it
give.
to them. Yeah.
I'll give a candle.
Everybody gets
I'll give
candles.
it-
All right, I'll give a candle.
You get a candle, and you get a candle, and you get a candle.
Give us another question.
yeah, I knew that was where you were headed.
Yeah.
So they wanted to know when's the next sale of pumpkins.
Oh.
August.
August. We haven't picked a date, and we're going to do a combination of antiques and fall. And I'm in Pennsylvania next week for a fall show. So lots of new things are arriving,
And
and
I will get some things together.
yes, and
And
Alice will be
I'll
back.
have my little stash.
Yeah.
I've been buying from
You doing fall antiques, or you trying to
just
add-
antiques.
Just antiques.
Well, I don't
okay.
know fall, but just antiques.
We'll probably be doing it more in the beginning of August, I think.
I would think
That was
so.
the plan.
And I'll be watching and commenting.
Thursday, yeah. Mel sits in the peanut gallery.
Well, people ask, and you know what? I couldn't go to a few of them because I had to work or whatever. And I just feel like the two of these know everything so well. These two right here, these things, this and that, they know.
Thing one and thing two.
That's what it is. Thing 1 and thing 2. See, thing 3 and thing 4 hide in the back. Because-
Yeah.
Well, that's it. And you know what? I honestly, I actually had people that would say to me, well, you look kind of stupid doing that with them because you're standing there going, oh, this is
said
good.
that?
No, I did.
No,
But it is true. So I'm like, well, because you own the store, so you know it, and you know the antiques. I just like what I think is cute. And so it just got to be, but you guys work so well. And you know what? Too many people sometimes, there's too many cooks in the kitchen. You don't need that many people.
People, she doesn't realize how many people,
Yeah, but people
love
always
her.
I know.
I know, but that's why I do
Yeah.
this, or that's
Yeah.
why I
Yeah.
do.
I know.
I
Just
can.
up there.
But I have.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have come in a couple times, but
Yeah.
those two, thing 1 and thing 2, know what they're doing.
No, they do have it down to a streamlined
Yeah.
thing.
We do, we
You
kind
know?
of play off of each
Yeah.
other.
So it's
Yeah.
like that the third party gets in the way, kind of. And I don't care if it was me or if Tom popped in or Ann popped in. Like you said, you don't jump on.
I don't know.
You stay
No,
behind
yeah.
the scenes.
Once
You
in a
know.
while.
It's
I
gotten
go, let me
better
see that.
over the, as
Yeah.
we've done.
I'm gonna
it. More
in the next one. I'm
streamlined.
gonna buy a thing 1 and thing 2 shirt. And you can wear them for the.
That would be funny.
I'll
No.
be good.
That would be good. But we've streamlined it so
Yeah.
well.
Mm.
Because at
Mhm.
first it was like kind of a
Yeah.
Oh,
Everybody
come
was-
a long way.
Yes.
It was willy-nilly.
I love when people call or they've come in and said, I've got my group of friends together. We have the popcorn ready.
They have
We've
parties?
got the dinner and they
I
have it on the
know.
table. And that just
Oh, geez.
makes my day going, there are people watching this. Like, people are watching me. And
well, it's home shopping now.
I
Look,
know,
still-
but
it's
still, it doesn't,
antiques.
it's never going to feel real to me.
Mm.
No.
And,
But I think none of this feels real to us because even still, if you go somewhere, oh Lainey, oh Al, oh cousin Mel, I'll walk
Right.
somewhere in a store. I mean, I went to Walker Homestead, and that's what I was going to tell you guys too. Over the weekend, Saturday, I went, and I had my surgery, so I had my hat on with my glasses, trying to hide myself from the sun. But I also felt like I was being inconspicuous, like, and-
we know you. You're not hiding.
and this woman goes, cousin Mel, and I was like, and her and her husband were from New York, and they were there it was their anniversary, it was his birthday. They go every year to Walker Homestead and stuff. They were super nice, and it's cool, but it also is weird for me because I'm kind of like, if I go somewhere with my friends and they're like, oh, I said to them one time when we went up to what's their names, Primitive Times, Karen. Is that Primitive Times?
Yeah.
And we walked in, and I was with 3 other of my friends. But before we got there, I said, all right, you guys, I said, I just want you to know, somebody might call me Cousin Mel when we're in there and don't feel weird about it. And they're like, yeah, right, okay. So we walk in the door, and this girl goes, Cousin Mel. And so they're in the back like we're 12-year-olds, and they're like, Cousin Mel. They're making fun of me. But it's nice because the people, you guys are so sweet. You're so
I know.
kind. I mean,
Yes.
it's like,
sweet.
and that's what I was saying
know.
to these guys before, like when I was at Walker Homestead, Sherry, no, what was her name? The lady that, Chris, sorry, Chris. So Chris was in there and she's like, Cousin Mel, and I'm like, yeah. So she just said, with the way the world is today, I put the news on, and she's like, I shut the news off and I put Ann's channel on. Because you're like family.
Mhm.
She's like, you guys are just normal. You're regular. You're like family to me.
I
So
want
she
her
said,
so
I
I want to go back
You're
for
so
regular. I want to go back for fall. I want to have Tom
I do too.
video.
I want
Just
to go back.
be all together and shopping, and hopefully I don't break something, and maybe you and I could dive at something together, and I win it. I don't know, like all these thoughts go through my head.
A goldfish.
I'll be in the other booth waving at you.
But I want to go back in fall.
Yes, I do too.
The fall one is
I
lovely
went
though.
last spring and it was wonderful, but there's something about the fall. that
Mhm.
was
Yeah.
Because you're in that mood.
Well, I think there's
Yeah.
something about the fall because now here we have 95 degrees today,
Yeah.
95 today. And then in the fall, it's like refreshing and it's like football and pumpkin and hot chocolate and the corn. And it's just like, I don't know, there's something
I'm taking the
New
day off.
England.
And
one.
then it's winter.
I'm going.
Yeah.
I'll close the
It's
store
September
down.
28th.
Don't call if I'm at Walker Homestead. I'm
Hey,
gonna
hey,
close the
girlfriend,
store.
September 28th. That's
Yeah,
the date.
Oh, okay.
Or 29.
But
29.
what Mel was
28,
saying
28.
about when people come up to you, it still takes me back a little
Because
bit.
we're just people. Like,
You
we're
know,
just
and-
little people.
And everybody that we've met, I mean, sometimes I will talk like an hour,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and you know, they show me pictures of their house and we chat, and it does take.
It's
me
kind of
aback.
humbling at the
It
same
is,
time
it actually
because it's like,
is.
oh, they really think we're important.
You know, I was messaging with someone the other day, and she was adorable, and she goes, I know this is going to sound funny, but I kind of feel like I'm talking to a celebrity. And I laughed and I said, I actually know how you feel
Mhm.
because, well, my brother has a YouTube channel, and he had a retreat
Yeah.
here years ago, and he had 12 people from all over the place here, and they were all just sitting at his feet, like worshiping
Like
him.
Jesus.
Like we call them the 12 disciples.
I was helping you that
Yeah, you
weekend.
helped me that weekend. And Mel kept going like this. And we were laughing because it was so funny because I'm like, that's my brother. That's, seriously.
It's just
But
my
then-
But every
Yeah.
word that he said, they like waited for bated breath on the floor for him to speak.
Yeah,
And it was like,
Wow.
this is weird.
Yeah.
This is Paul.
yeah. But then I went away to my brother's, went to California, and saw my nieces and nephews, and one of my nieces has a boyfriend who is a YouTuber
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
And he's done really well, And I kind of felt the same way, like, oh wow, whoa, I'm talking to you.
You have
You
done
know,
well.
like,
She
yeah.
doesn't get enough praise. You have done so well on this channel. You've
Oh, thank
tried
you.
so many different avenues, and I mean,
Good
did you just
choice.
say you had like 800 videos or something?
I have 800 videos.
I'd be done after like 3. Quit, done. I can't handle
Well,
this
it's
and
a
the
lot.
pressure.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about me, how I've grown,
Yeah.
especially for me to step into
Oh, my.
Joanne's
Oh,
house.
Lord.
Yeah.
This one would
Yeah.
even be on the camera. Go to my
No.
house, but I'm not going to be in it. And all of a sudden now she's doing costume changes. I'm like, what happened to
I'm
Lady?
ready to put
Like-
her on TV. Like,
Oh.
Oh, yeah,
I was
Yeah.
loving you.
yeah.
and I never watch a video.
Right.
And a
But
drink
you
before.
should. You're so good on the camera.
Man,
So
it
good.
might bug her out because
Oh,
I'll
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
you, I have to watch myself on video and edit it, and that's like always a hard
Right.
thing.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't think anybody likes watching
Right.
because we pick out, look at that.
Yeah,
yeah,
You know, but you're awesome.
But I've had a great time this year, and I really loved going with you to do Joanne's
That
house
was so fun.
because I'm talking about all the things I'm not critiquing my own home
Right.
or in my store. That I definitely want to do another one. Like
So I
now
guess-
I'm addicted.
Well, I
Addicted.
had a laugh though at one comment. Someone said, "So, Lainey, do you really like Joanne's house?"
Because I
Oh, yeah. 'Cause I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
But
Yeah.
Joanne, I love Joanne anyway. You know what I mean? She's such a great person. Like, she's worked for you for a long time.
Mhm.
And I always loved, like, on a Friday, if I'd pop by, because I had a customer down there, and I'd pop in and join me, Mel, what you doing? And she's just such a great person.
What I'm hoping
know.
in August is that I don't answer a lot of the phones because then everyone would want to be talking to me.
Mm.
And one time, someone was asking for a picture, and the show was over, and she said to the woman, "I don't know if Lainey can ship that, but let me put her on the phone." And the woman's, I could hear her. She goes, "What? What?" And she gave me the phone, and I go, "Hi, you have a question about a Billie Jean?" She goes, "Oh my God, it's Lainey!" She started screaming, and Joanne's like, I hope that happens to Joanne.
I hope so too.
And she answers the phone at the show, and they go, "I'm talking to Joanne." And Joanne
That's
won't be
right.
able to get off the phone.
Because Joanne answers the phone at the show.
Yeah, so if
Yes.
you want to talk to Joanne, stay tuned to
Yeah.
August.
And we've seen Patty's house too, and Patty
Yes,
answers the
yeah,
phone.
Patty
and
So
Tim.
yeah, and
Tim.
Tim, well, yeah.
You've
Yeah.
seen Tim's house. You've
Yeah.
seen Tim's trees.
Yep, we've seen Tim's trees and his shower, and I may do another video of my shower because so many customers will call and going, "I never saw that shower. Do you decorate the shower? What's in that shower?"
We're gonna decorate it
Oh,
now.
I'm gonna have to
You are.
decorate it and get it out
Yeah.
before late
Mhm.
fall.
Yeah.
And I might do a costume change. I don't know what I do in there, Tom.
Don't
Tom
know.
just almost fell off the chair. Well, and another favorite time is when I make Tom laugh and I don't know, and he almost falls off the chair. In the last video, I came out with the cowgirl hat on that was American.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's right.
And he died. Yes.
Oh my,
Tom
that
is
was so
going,
fun.
"What is going on?" And he he almost fell off the chair. So, Tom, that's some of my funny.
What would we do without our comic relief?
I don't know. That was one of my questions on my papers. What can you remember? One of your favorite moments of doing YouTube?
And that was it when Tom.
Well,
almost
that's
fell off the chair.
one. That's one.
What's ours?
I think of the time that your mom and your brother and my brother were all at my place, at my old place. That was Christmas one, and you wanted to video outside, so we're outside and give Gavin, and hi cousin, no, hi cousin, and I went to open the door, and it was locked.
Yeah,
I'm like-
couldn't get back in.
And then I stand there and I look, and there's the three of them at the door laughing.
Yes, yes.
Then they got on the video, which
And
I
they
love
loved it.
because that was
I
my
love
brother, your brother, who's one of
Yeah.
my favorite cousins, and your
Yes.
mom was.
Yes.
So
Yes.
So that was
good
funny
memory.
though.
That
That
was
was
a good
cute.
memory.
It was like, oh. Or when we first started doing them and your mom would come with you to the house.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you get her in the video. Like she'd be in the kitchen and all of a sudden you'd be like, Mom, and she's like, sorry.
Yeah.
Like
Alice,
back
do
in
you-
the
Do you
day.
have a favorite memory or
Well,
a funny moment?
just that one I said when Ian first came in. That
Mm.
day, I just, that's the one I
You
remember.
remember?
But we laugh like all the time.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yes.
And I think people love that. You
Yeah.
know, like
Oh,
even if the camera's just on me and Ian's in the
Right.
background there, chat, they love the banter.
Yeah.
And her laugh is just contagious. And then I start laughing and it's
My favorite one, and I say it all the time, was when I was going to host the cooking one at my house for Christmas. Mel
Oh,
came in late. I'm drinking. We're taking
I
questions.
was wondering what was going on.
Alice
Oh,
really pissed me off that night.
I
Right?
don't even remember saying
Oh,
this.
she did. We'll
What
go
did
back.
she
We can
say?
watch the video. She
What did
goes,
she say?
so I'm doing.
You go. You tell us.
I'm making all these cookies up and the toppings.
And you were
she's
toasted.
just
She was
drinking,
toasted.
right?
You were
And I was stressed about the whole
You
video.
were.
No,
Yeah.
you were
Because
toasted.
well, let's go back to pumpkins, and I've decided I'm going to do this cooking show. And Joanne's behind me. I'm talking to a customer, telling her, "Yeah, I'm going to do a cooking video, like a Martha Stewart." Joanne is drinking, spits her drink almost on the floor, going,
You're gonna cook?
cooking?" Right now, Joanne's like a true Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even liking her tonight. Anyway, she goes, "What are you gonna cook?" I go, "I'm gonna show you when someone really like."
What did you burn though?
I didn't burn anything. So this is now. Let's go back to my house that night. Alice goes during the video. You know, Lainey, this isn't even really true cooking. You're baking, right?
Yeah,
And I go,
remember
"You
that.
remember this
that. You said that.
And I
You
go,
said
she
that,
did say
Alice.
that to me. That's the prosecco talk.
I remember.
I think I wasn't there yet.
What? Yeah.
I know.
So I go,
That's
give
why
me
I
the gloves,
remember.
give me the mitts. I put these mitts on, I open the oven, and I take out this biggest ham, and I put it on the top, and I go, "What do you think of that now, Alan?" Right?
What did I say?
You go, "Oh, that looks good," or something like that. And we ate a lot of it.
She made up for it then.
I think she was afraid of me at that point.
No, I wasn't
Really,
afraid
she didn't
because-
like it. She was gonna eat it.
Lady, I have no recollection of saying that at all. If that was like me in real life, I would never say that.
She's
It was, yeah. See,
You-
but
you-
by the time I got there, they were, oh,
You
no.
did say
Hey,
that.
Tom, that night too.
You
The cake came
did.
out half flat. The cake came out half flat, but I had made the whole.
That's
cake
what it was.
frosted.
Yeah, I know,
the cake was
Yes, that's what it was. Okay, yeah. I knew there was something bad.
So Tom gets Tim on the camera.
Yes, eating your cake with all this frosting.
Face with the frosting.
I'm gonna go.
Damn
This
good.
is good.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
good.
I gotta cook
Yeah.
again. I don't know what I'm gonna cook, but
my
I'm
God.
gonna cook something for Tom.
Well, and that was the night we had such bad because your internet kept
Oh,
going
yes,
out,
right.
and then I had to do it on my
Cell
phone.
phone.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was
No wonder I
awful.
was
Yeah,
trying to-
yeah.
We've
Oh.
come so far.
So far.
So you want to hear another question?
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
Okay, so they want to know when the next barn party is.
Oh.
We were just.
We were just talking about that. I don't know. That's the question. I don't know. That's the answer. I don't know. Is it going to be this
TBD.
fall or not? To be determined.
TBD.
I'm not. After last year, I was like, wow, that was so much fun, and wow, that was a lot of work.
It
was
was
So
so fun.
I was
Oh, is there a way you can make it less work?
I don't know. I tried to be as, but since I'm, eating better, I should have more energy. So maybe it won't be as much.
Because it was
work anymore.
October.
Yeah,
It was
it was.
But you know what? The work was almost
It was a little
before it
chilly.
because you were
Yeah.
getting everything ready and
It was
decorating
chilly.
and this and
You know,
that.
as I say to everybody, it's a lot of work to make it look like it's a breeze.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll bartend
Made it
again.
look
Can I
like-
bartend again?
Yes.
I'm a bartend again.
Yes. I mean, in a way, it's easier now because everybody knows kind of what's going on.
Mm.
and,
Yeah, yeah.
But
That was
also,
fun.
we won't have our Bonnie. And Bonnie, Bonnie was a hit. Bonnie and
Oh,
Charlie
yeah.
cooking that food of when I'm
Cooking on the fire.
cooking on the fireplace when they cook.
They were cooking it. They were
Oh
cooking
yeah,
in the
but
house.
she's
Oh,
cooking
you
it.
made me so nervous.
No, she's
Oh, I thought
fine.
she passed.
I
I was like,
know,
oh, Bonnie,
Bonnie,
she
no.
scared me.
No, I just meant Bonnie won't
Yeah.
take her. She's
Yeah.
not gonna come out and gonna do that.
But you
Why?
know what?
Bonnie
though?
could do a
But
pig
she
roast.
she didn't do that for everybody. She just did that for us. So I mean, you don't really have to have
No,
somebody.
but
it
it
was
was a
perfect.
tour
Oh, that's
where
right.
everybody
Oh,
came
okay.
And watched her
Oh,
cook.
everyone-
Well, I know Lainey can cook a ham.
And I'm gonna tell her how wonderful it is.
Or,
Just do a pig right on a stick.
You can't cook.
or we can have hands-on
Oh
people
God.
learning how to split firewood.
Yes,
I got
Tommy.
plenty of wood.
And I
Oh,
can bring
I
my
got
wood
plenty.
splitter.
You have to tell them what
they
that
gotta
lady asked
they
you.
gotta-
Yes.
They gotta do it by hand. Do it by
Tom,
hand.
you have a question from a viewer tonight, and I told her that I was definitely asking you.
Okay.
Mm.
She wants to know, with all your knowledge and everything going on, why you don't build yourself a woodshed. You're supposed to be splitting it
Okay,
all
I will-
summer.
I will explain that.
Okay, can't wait.
You got some
Okay.
splaining to do, Tom.
Yes.
Biggest lots of reasons. One,
Okay.
time and cost to make it. Two, if I have a woodshed, then when I split the wood, I gotta haul it over to that crazy woodshed and stick it in there. Whereas, okay, tarps, they cost me $10, right?
Economically.
As opposed to a woodshed that would cost me a few thousand.
But it would just be really cute.
Mm.
Just make it out
And
of
the biggest.
We could decorate the woodshed for an
That's
episode.
right.
The biggest thing actually, more than say cost, is just that I'd have to haul all the wood over there, and it makes more work putting it in the woodshed than just having my piles of wood, splitting it right where the pile is, throwing it right on the ground, covering it up with a tarp. It's just more efficient.
I mean, you should hear him complain about, I have to cover the wood. I have to uncover the wood. Oh no, I uncovered the wood and now it started to rain. It didn't
Yeah.
say it was gonna rain, but now it rained all over my
I
wood.
think we should build a woodshed right over the wood where it is. And then you
But the
work
wood's
under
nice
the
Yeah.
different places.
It's,
wood
it's more
moves.
work. It's more work to have to move the wood to the woodshed and stack it all.
Well, there you
Very
go.
nice.
I don't
Answer.
stack any wood. I just split it and I just throw it on the ground and let it sit on the ground, and then I cover it up.
That's what he
So-
does.
Yeah.
And
so
Tom and I
there's-
both have a love for wood because
I know.
I sold cordwood for many, many years. And now Tim has taken that all away from me because of the shoulder.
Aw.
And that's where my daughter's house is gonna be going. And
Oh.
now all the wood's at my house.
Oh.
So when I'm feeling better, Tom, I will split some wood at this next barn thing that we're having.
Ah, Lainey of the Woods, can you wear like a lumberjack outfit?
Oh, I'm gonna wear
No.
farmer jeans.
Oh, okay.
She'll
Yeah.
look cute though.
Yeah, whatever I
She'll
put
be-
on, I'm
she'll
gonna,
look cute.
that's
Of
gonna be
course.
good.
Yeah.
I could put layers on, just strip the layers
You
off.
could.
Tom, you and I will have to work this, but definitely I'll bring the wood splitter up.
So then the question is, what would people want at the barn party?
Right. What do they want from us this time? I mean, I can dance. I'm gonna do the wood and dance. Mel's gonna be the bartender.
Mel is a great bartender.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh
she
no, I
is-
couldn't open the wine. The people came, had to help me open the bottle of wine. I'm like, I can't get the.
We'll be
Oh, well,
more
you were
prepared.
good at the conversation.
I have the personality. It's like waitressing, you know. I waitress.
Right.
Personality of a waitress, absolutely. Skills, no,
Maybe not.
no,
I love
no skills. I get so nervous if I get like triple set. I'd be like, I literally had guests like the same restaurant that I worked at for 2 years, and like repeat people come in, you know, the regulars and stuff. And this one couple was so sweet. And one day they said to me, "It's okay, honey, relax. It's okay, you're doing fine." And I thought I hit it so well.
gonna take them
Stressful, very stressful.
If it's cooler out, can you open that door and give us some air? If it's
all
cooler, if
over.
it's
It
not,
would be
don't.
cooling off.
Yeah,
That light
that
on
was
us.
the plan. Yeah. So now we
So-
can't ask
We
any
don't-
more
Tom,
questions.
is there one more question or get us
Well, there's
going?
more questions.
Hold on,
Someone asked, what's the one thing you would never part with?
Oh.
And that's an easy one for Ann, because Ann would never part with me.
Exactly.
Well-
I was just gonna say that.
I can't.
I don't know.
I don't have my
You just
glasses
walked
on.
right in front of the camera.
Oh
There.
my God, Debbie's
I'm
definitely
already
out
wanting to
now.
part with you. What's the one? Come on, guys.
That's a tough one.
That's a
There's
hard
a
one.
lot of things I wouldn't part with. Hard. Is it a family thing or I don't know. One thing.
Oh, here's a
My house, I won't part with my house.
So that goes with the question here.
All right.
Someone wrote and said, and I'm sorry because I don't have my glasses on. Do you think the homes that you are in now are your forever homes?
Yes. For me,
Mm-hmm.
well, maybe not. Hold on.
Back the bus up.
So, for right now, we're good. And health wise, as long as we can stay there, obviously. But I would be tempted if an old home came on the market in a good location, if the location is everything, pretty well refurbished, because I don't want to spend, the
You just
rest
missed
of
that.
my life.
You just missed that.
You
My
know?
customer's house went for sale.
So yes, I could be
Gorgeous.
tempted.
Yeah.
And then I would have to persuade Wes, but that would be easy.
So just do the numbers.
I'm like, honey, we're moving. Okay.
Ah.
Do I have my room? Yeah, you'll have your TV room. Okay.
And he'll be happy.
It'll be happy. That's really all.
That's all he
cares
needs.
about. So probably this is my forever home, I'm guessing, but I could be tempted.
How about you, lady?
I don't know. It seems like you never know what's coming down the road.
It
Right.
does.
I know my
depend.
Cape house. I think if I could find another house on the ocean or on the water right there, I would part with it.
Okay.
You'd probably
Your Cape house.
Yes,
Yeah.
that one I definitely would part with. The other one, I don't know. I don't want to just lie and say no. I would never sell it or part
If
with
the
it.
right thing came along.
Right.
it had to-
Yes.
everything would have to be
Right.
the right thing and fall into place. Now, our little place down the Cape, just a mobile home, but it's across from the beach. But that would be easy to part with
Yeah.
if there was something that was, we're across from the beach, but to have the beach view.
Right.
Mhm.
Then I would
Right.
go in an
Yeah.
instant.
Right.
The view,
Right.
especially when you
It's
live on
the
a house on
view.
the water. It's like, it's the view.
You go
What do
up
you?
the hill and the ocean's there, which is great, but it would be just nice to go out on the porch.
Mhm,
You know, people watch and read and
Yeah.
be part of things.
Yeah.
So I would if that opportunity came.
I don't know what I would do because I always say this is my forever
I love my
house.
fruit.
You know, because I love it. And it's got a downstairs bedroom, so you can just,
Right.
but it's a lot of work. We have
is.
6,000
It
square
is.
feet of building. Our
And all your
lawns,
property.
our property is
And
like
your
so much work. The
gardens.
gardens.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a lot.
I wanted to do a garden tour and my gardens are a mess, so I was like, no, we're not doing that. So yeah, it's a lot.
It
So, and if Tom died, I'm sorry, but if he did, I couldn't keep the house. I couldn't
Right.
do
You
without him.
couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And then this would not be my forever house. But the other thing is, I've got to say, this is going to sound so weird, but when I was in California and we were staying in a VRBO, right? And it was right on an orchard and you could see this vista and it was, yes, it was all modern. But I loved that house. Like, I was like, oh, this is nice.
Well, we
Mhm.
have to have houses in more than one place.
I think so.
So you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
get your
You have
modern
multiple
fix.
houses.
Right.
Like
right.
I would do a mid-century modern in a second. But
Okay.
I don't want to live with that every day.
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
Right.
You know,
But-
and maybe
Yeah, right.
industrial or something.
Right.
I'm in
Well,
love
But
with
I'd have
industrial.
to have 4 different houses. That's
Right.
not happening.
That's, I'd love to have a
I just
villa
love
somewhere.
houses.
I do too. I
Joanne
love
loves,
houses.
Joanne loves to tell me, well, you're never home. Like,
Mm.
and I'm telling her I'm working hard now, so at a younger age, I maybe could retire and be home and enjoy things a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I get mad at myself that I'm not there to enjoy it as much as I'd like,
But
or I
I'm
fall
not
asleep.
either. I'm going all the time.
But it's not that I don't enjoy the home, the amount of time that I'm there, I do, but, that's another
Well,
trick
I
question.
actually, every morning when I wake up, I'm like, it's still, even though it's gonna be 12 years, it's like, wow, I get to live here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
it's still new.
Yes.
It's not, even though I've been.
She's never lived
you
in that
know,
place.
I could be tempted with an old home in the right location,
Right.
fully renovated. Do you think that's happening? No.
No, you just missed it. Like I
No,
said, my
no,
customer
yeah.
had it.
Oh.
They just sold it
Well,
to
there
a
was
couple I
a
know.
place in Plymouth, but it's not. It was like 17 something, fully renovated. People had lived there for like 31 years. I think it's in Plimpton, which is
Okay.
near Plymouth.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Plimpton.
Plimpton. Yeah,
but
I
I'm
love
like,
that.
I can't go there yet because then I'm not close to.
Right.
Yeah, I'm still doing stuff. that I
You're
need
kind
to
of
be
far
close.
away from
That's-
us.
that's-
if
that would
you
be
go
far
there.
away
Oh,
from
no,
us.
that's a nice place to
No.
visit.
Yeah.
And I'd really like to end up at the beach somewhere.
Mm.
You know, I really want the beach. I know.
There's something about the beach.
I love the beach.
I don't know why, but it's just so.
I don't think I'll stay my own.
Well, you
I go wherever I
so you
go. I'm like a
wherever,
gypsy.
yeah.
I go wherever I go. I don't have a house, so I
Yeah.
don't have anything stocked
I mean,
in
we
it.
all went through the whole trauma of you losing
I
your
know.
last house.
Oh,
It's
Fine.
not even a
Yes.
house. I think of it as a home.
Right.
Yes,
She may not
exactly.
own that house, but that's her
That's
home.
her home.
Oh, it is. I mean, I
So
love
would
it.
go to
But
another
I mean,
home would be the question.
if I had probably a nursing home.
You get a
If Tom dies and
home.
she
Cousin.
goes to nursing home, I don't know
Hey.
what to say to
Well, we
this.
gotta be prepared.
Honestly,
I guess I'm gonna be
that's
prepared.
reality. That's reality, though. I mean,
The older you
you
get,
know.
and it's not morbid.
No,
you
it's-
think of it now. You
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
Told my boys things are here, there.
You have to
hopefully you never
plan.
Have
You have to
You
plan.
to. And
No,
so
I don't have a
you
plan
do
at
it.
Well, then
all.
you
I'm
better
just
get a
not-
plan.
Yeah, but you're still young.
Yeah, but still, you know what? I remember when my friend's husband died when he was 45.
That's true.
And
That's
it was like, and not that you would ever expect that, but I
No,
watched her go through
right.
hell because nothing was planned.
Right.
Because
Yes.
that wasn't supposed to happen.
No.
You know, so I mean,
Right.
I'm not being Debbie Downer. It's just the reality. It's kind of like even with my own parents, with my own family. When my parents were older, I lived in the house with them.
Yes.
We tell my father, put it in a trust. Never did. So
You have
then
to
you
plan ahead
leave
of
these
those
things to your kids. Then you leave, so you're older, you're ill, you're whatever. Now all your kids have to figure out what to do with all your stuff, with
So
your
true.
house, with your this, with your that.
You gotta have
Get
a
your
plan.
stuff in order because it's not fair to leave it to your kids.
So this
you know.
is totally off, but I'm looking at this chair over there and I'm loving this chair.
You want my chair. You want
Look at it.
You
Well,
my
you know,
chair.
I want my
just
strawberry.
showed them
That
there.
chair, that's gorgeous.
How about you just show them that chair?
I want my fruit. I'm using my fork.
It's
I
a
don't care.
banister back chair. It's
Mm.
fabulous.
We'll just pick it right up.
Pick it up.
Check
my
it out,
God,
guys.
Look at it. Oh my gosh. Love it.
Very nice.
Banister back
Looks
chair
like
with
it
a
could go in a
beautiful.
castle.
From where?
I bought this from Molly, who Tinkertown Antiques.
Molly Work.
Oh,
yes.
Oh,
Hi, Molly, if you're
fabulous.
Mm.
I'm going to
She
see
is-
Molly on Thursday morning. We're gonna do a
Wow.
little exchange.
Yeah, no, you know.
Cash and stuff.
Mm.
Well, I'm
She's-
giving her cash. She's giving me stuff.
That's usually how it works.
Yeah.
I'm getting my stuff.
I
from
gave
her.
her cash. She
That's
gave me the
gorgeous.
chair.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that one and the other one.
Is
The
that also
other
a
one.
banister back?
Taller.
Is it a banister back too?
Yes.
There
This
goes
is the
Charlotte.
older one.
Oh, that's pretty. I like that one.
Look at that.
So-
Reminds me of
Oh.
like medieval.
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda.
That's almost my pilgrim chair.
So
Yeah.
we're talking probably 1700.
Yes,
right?
we are. Definitely 1700s.
I picture myself eating chicken at a table with my hands.
You have one with the big
With
trencher
a
in the middle.
Crown on your head.
That's what you meant to.
I have quite the imagination. If my mind is always going somewhere it probably shouldn't. And then you gotta reel me back. I try to behave when I'm with Alice.
You try to behave.
Oh, please.
Oh,
This
she's
is
like Miss
behaving.
Innocent.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Should I check? I should
Oh,
check
yes.
on the.
That's all.
Check questions because
Check
I don't trip. I didn't have my glasses. I'm sorry. I couldn't really
Okay.
read them.
I don't want to trick.
Come this way.
I'm on the, well, I don't want to step in front of the camera.
So in another week or so, after Pennsylvania, Ann's gonna come down to the condos and look at unit number 10, that's industrial. And then I've been invited back into unit number 7. Love the homeowners, Tracy and Sunny. And they said we could view their home now that I've
Ooh,
done it and
nice.
it's decorated all. And when I went in, I was like drooling and didn't like
Oh my goodness.
didn't want
So
it to
hot.
sell it.
Hey, I got a lot of good questions here,
Okay,
guys.
I'm ready.
Good,
I'm
good.
ready.
Let's see. We already covered how many years have you known each other. Mel, will you be doing a post-COVID video on cleaning?
Well, we have talked about that multiple. Hi, Dewey. How was your little time outside? You seem successful. I can. I mean, we talked about that multiple times. We just have never gotten together to do it.
No.
But
Yeah.
that wasn't very successful. That was your
That was
biggest
a-
video.
That was my
That
biggest
was.
video.
That, how did that ever happen? That was huge. Like, how many people?
That went viral.
And how many
I
people?
know.
Like
Oh.
250,752,000. No, anyway.
No, I think it might have 300,000. or
300,000
more.
people.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. That one went viral, but
Yeah.
then a lot of people came on my channel because they liked you.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
That's fine.
what
What's
can
not
I
to love?
say? No.
Yeah, but also then it also people thought I was a cleaning channel. Like, no, I don't clean.
That's awesome.
Maybe then I need to start my own
Yeah.
channel. That has
Okay.
been said. No.
Nancy says, love all the videos. My question is about rugs. Can you do a small rug just under a coffee table?
Yeah,
Of course.
of course.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Definitely. Definitely. Love to know how to buy a flag like that. Oh, that flag?
Oh,
I bought that at I don't know where I bought it. I mean, maybe I think
did you get it from Kathy?
I might have gotten it from
Probably
Kathy, but
from-
it's just a
It's a
nylon
nylon-y,
outside one.
yeah.
It's
Do you have
a
these, ladies?
it's
I don't know if I have any of those left this
think
year, but
Primitive
it's
Goods
just
has
like
them,
the
yeah.
bunting
Mm.
and
Yeah.
it's just the nylon ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Primitive Goods ships, right?
Yes, they will ship.
Yeah.
As long as it's not.
Oh.
It's not heavy or
you
breakable.
can come back.
Yeah.
This is Lainey's your Cape Home primitive. We do have a video of your Cape Home.
Yes,
that I
and
put
it's
up.
the only thing prim in it is prim nautical.
Mm-hmm.
So there is an old hut in the dining room, but I tried to keep it nautical.
Eating healthy.
Right.
I can't get it out of the cup.
You're drinking healthy.
I'm drinking healthy.
And how would they find that video? You type in Ann Clay Cape Cod, I think, and it pops up
You
because
good?
I've told other customers how to look at
Good
it.
job.
All right, this one, here's one. The blonde on the right is fit. Can I have her number? Obviously, this isn't a normal viewer. No, that's you.
Wow.
Who are they talking
On the
about?
right, you. They're talking about you. They're talking about you. Yes, she's
Oh, yeah,
fit.
She's very fit.
She's all
fat.
Yes. Yes. Oh,
Okay,
also,
what's your phone number?
Yeah. Yay. Thank you,
also,
Jesus.
555. If you
Five.
miss Tom, there are some questions you need to scroll up. So after we go down this list, scroll up to the questions. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go when you start taking over the questions.
Okay, so am I
She's
scrolling
gonna
up?
trip. I love her to death.
Why don't
She's
you go in
gonna
front of the camera?
Don't
So
trip.
I don't want to go in front of the camera.
But then the camera's gonna fall.
that'll knock the whole thing over and disconnect us.
I'm not gonna
Right.
There we
Tell me
go.
when she's
No,
done.
she's good.
Okay, good job,
She
Ian.
made it.
Thank you.
So do you guys already have an agenda right now for talk?
No, they were doing
questions.
We're gonna
questions.
do some questions.
So you can belt out the questions.
Okay, scroll them up, eh?
A. Tom, Canadian Tom.
Right. And did you know, so talking about Canadian, let's talk about the Stanley Cup.
Oh, Edmonton.
It sucks. Freaking Florida.
This is not a sports channel.
Oh yeah, but we
I
can
don't
talk.
care,
That's okay.
but-
That's okay.
All right, but
Go. How about those
Tom,
Celtics,
yeah,
Tom?
wait a
No,
minute.
those Celtics.
The Oilers have
All
only
right,
won
Edmonton's-
one
wait a
game.
minute,
They lost
Edmonton's
3 in a
getting
row.
Edmonton's getting ripped off.
Florida.
Florida and
They're all
hockey.
Canadians.
Florida
playing
shouldn't
in
even have hockey.
I guess Florida in ice. That I don't.
They shouldn't have
understand.
hockey.
Yes, exactly.
They shouldn't have hockey.
That's what
Oh,
I'm saying
now
about that.
Florida
And I'm not to
should
offend
have
any
on
Florida
Florida.
Well,
but.
But I'm only bitter because they beat the Bruins. They beat the Bruins, so that's why I'm bitter.
Mel, his name is Sam.
What's
and
that?
I told him you're going to do a special shout out to him. He's from Florida, Miami.
Oh, sorry, Sam. As I
And
just- maybe you
he-
can have hockey.
He absolutely adores you.
Oh,
And I told
really?
him you were going to do a special shout out to him.
Sam, how do you know Sam?
He's a customer and he's a viewer. And he
Oh,
watches
hi,
all
Sam.
Your
Oh, sorry I
videos.
made fun of Florida, but
Yeah, we
I'm
know.
bitter
Yeah, we do.
because Florida beat Boston, so that's why I want Edmonton to win.
Yeah,
The high
but
stand.
Edmonton, they won't win. There's no way.
No,
No, I
no.
don't think they will win.
That's.
No.
that-
But you know what? I have
that
to say,
stinks. That was
and
the
I know
one-
this is this is a decorating channel, but
Oh,
now you get me into the sports.
It was.
It's all fixed. They're all fixed
Oh, they're all
because it's
fixed.
all about the money. They get more games, they get more money.
Well, of course,
There's
that's
more
why we
games,
go
there's more
to
money.
Dallas to come back home to win.
Right,
And whenever
exactly.
we're all
How can you
talking,
be
like,
up
what
3
what do you
games
think
to
they're gonna do
none?
to improve? I go,
They
"Really?
can't
What are
because
they
they
gonna
were the
do?"
best. No, that
I was
fourth
gonna blow
game,
my
the
nose.
fourth game to lose in like historical, disgraceful loss, and then come home the 5th game and blow them out at home,
Yeah.
which was great because that's what I wanted the
And everybody
Celtics
did
to
want
do was
them
to win at
right,
home. So,
exactly.
but
So it all.
it's all rigged. But anyway,
Of course, they lost that game in Texas.
of course they
Come
did.
back home.
Be in our little hometown,
Mhm.
our little Boston, where they could
But
sing
we were
"Sweet
all-
Caroline"
but
with
we-
millions of people
but
in
we
the
were a
streets
little
climbing the
nervous. I have
lampposts.
to say,
I wasn't
nervous.
I wasn't
at
nervous
all.
last night.
Did anyone ask you, Mel, about your cleaning channel?
Oh, I don't have a cleaning channel.
No, about doing another video?
Yeah.
Oh
Yes,
yes,
we just
yes,
talked about
yeah.
that.
Ann asked that, and I said we will talk about it. I think we will. We've talked about it. We just have never connected to do it. So, and I've changed some products, so that might be a good new video.
Mm-hmm.
I use Mrs. Myers now too. You like Mrs. Myers?
I do.
I like Mrs.
Yeah,
Myers
I
and my
do.
Fabuloso. I know that people
Covered all.
beat on me for Fabuloso in the last video, but I love my Fabuloso. Oh, it's hot in here.
I don't see any questions.
Oh, Ann said there were a lot of questions.
Well, there are questions towards the bottom. They told me to go back to the top. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, you
well,
went the
find them
wrong
wherever
way.
you find them. Sorry if we missed your question.
Yeah, that means scroll up the way you're doing it now.
So
This place needs central air.
that's never happening.
How are you? The hot flashes, they're kicking
They got
in.
me splitting wood at our next meet and greet.
All right. Dewey,
Oh.
Carl.
Whichever one you are. You definitely sound like a parent calling the kid by the wrong name. Whatever your name is. Hey, get away from the wires.
I-
He's asking
I-
questions.
I
Here's
could-
your
I-
prosecco.
Oh,
Thank
Here's
you.
your
Wow.
drink, Laney.
I think we covered all the questions.
Even down though. Scroll down now.
No drink for
There are
Mel?
more. I'm
No, I'm just, I can get
I went
mine.
over the list. I think we talked about it all. I'm very excited about
I was kidding, Ann. I have to go to the bathroom anyway.
what don't we like about the YouTube channel and
And I said, let's rephrase that.
yes.
Let's rephrase that.
She did say that.
You know, what would you like to see?
I would
on
like the YouTube channel to allow me to play whatever music I want to dance to.
So has this question been asked? Do you all remember the very first thing you collected?
I actually do.
I don't.
The very first thing I ever bought was at I was getting my own little apartment finally. I had roommates forever.
Hmm.
And I finally, I was 32 or 1, finally was getting my own place. And there was a little secondhand store around the corner. And believe it or not, it wasn't a primitive, but it was, and I still have it to this day. I think it's a Japanese vase, and it's a sort of ovoid shape with a little lip, and it's like a light pink, and it has some flowers, probably chrysanthemums, and it's really beautiful. And I keep saying, oh, that's really not my style, I want to get rid of it, but I can't.
That was the beginning of your journey.
Yeah. So I have it in my cupboard, in my dining room. Some of you have seen the video. I have all pink in there.
Can you
so
pull it out and say this is my first,
I can,
please?
yes, I can.
please?
Well, not now, but I will. The next video, yeah. So that was my very first, and then obviously it changed like 360 degrees.
Right.
But I'm wondering, we lived in Japan. My dad was in service, so we lived in Japan. So I'm wondering if that spoke to me at that moment in time.
You're just so
Probably.
smart. And she lived in Japan. I can't compete with anything.
I'm
No wonder
just
she's got the tape measures. She went to Japan. What do I got? Give me the vodka, please. I can't compete with these people. I don't even know why I'm on this channel.
I had no say in the whole Japan thing. My dad was in the service, and we just went with him. But it was a wonderful experience. But I'm wondering if that's what drew me to that piece. I don't have
One of
another
my-
Oriental thing in my house.
One of my
Just that
first
one thing.
pieces was from a lady up the street. She probably felt bad for me. She was getting rid of a bureau. I said, yeah, I'll take it. I took it home, and in the driveway, I stripped it down and just worked and worked on
Still
it.
have it.
I still have it. It's in my
Still
bedroom.
All right, what about you, Ann? What
Do you know
you,
my first
what
piece?
first thing you ever bought as a collector?
Collected.
Oh man,
And do you have it?
I don't really feel like I collect. I mean, do you mean like we must be
The
talking
first thing you
antiques?
bought.
Yes.
The first thing I bought.
Was it Tom? Did you buy it?
He was mail order husband. He was mail
You
order.
had to pay a dowry because I was the favorite son.
He was mail order from Canada.
That's right. You don't just
Bridgerton,
get,
I
you
never
just
watched
don't
Oh
get
my God,
something
yes,
like this
I've
for
watched
free.
Bridgerton.
There's
I
a
love
big
Bridgerton.
price for that.
Did you watch Bridgerton?
I love Bridgerton.
I love
Oh.
Bridgerton. Did you watch Bridgerton?
Mm.
Oh
Mm.
man, was
I-
that good?
Cheers to Bridgerton.
I have
So-
Bridgerton.
I
It's
haven't
Colin and
watched all of them.
Penelope.
So
Oh.
you guys can talk about Bridgerton, but we can't talk about the Stanley Cup?
Well, we did talk about that.
Not
like
very
to look at
much.
Do you want-
costumes
I
and
got cut off real
decorations.
quick.
Keep going. You talk. You
Okay,
talk.
I know the thing that I bought.
Okay.
I have
You
that
know what?
trestle table in the other room. I bought that
Oh, yeah.
from,
That was a long time
That hurt.
yeah, I bought that a long time ago. Went to North Carolina with me. I bought that from Karina at Bernat Antiques.
Ah,
And
okay.
it's like, yeah, and I looked at it and I loved it. It was just this, and I spent $70 for it. And at that point, that was like a lot of money for me, and that thing went everywhere.
You
And
bought
it's
that
still
before
here.
you went to North Carolina?
Yeah,
And you still
That was
have
your
it.
first thing,
yeah,
huh?
I still have
Wow.
it. Yeah,
Wow.
yep.
Isn't it funny that we all still have that first thing that we bought?
You know what?
Where I've got
Yep.
rid of many other things.
Right.
That I've bought.
The first thing that I bought when I moved into Quaker Street was the long bench, the outdoor bench that you had at Bumpkins that I made into my table in front of my couch.
Yes.
And I love that
Yes.
thing. That's one of the other things, I love that thing. And people will say, I think someone just recently said, where did you get that table? And I said, well, it's not really a table, it's a bench. But
Yeah.
it was one of the
Yeah.
first things because when I moved into Quaker Street, I had all this stuff from my parents' house,
Yes.
all their furniture, and little by little, I just kind of bought my
Yeah.
own stuff. I morphed into myself.
I felt a lot of pressure this season, or look at season.
This season.
This-
Season 7. But part of
Episode 3.
Yes.
I hope we get renewed for next year.
On episode
That's up to
3.
the producer.
The critics, are we being renewed for next year?
Like, when I was gonna be 50, what do I want to accomplish till I get to 50? And one was building those condos,
Right.
and that's coming to an end.
It is.
And then I wanted to be in the Judy Condon book.
Yes.
And that's coming out. I'll
Yes.
start getting them in July, so that's coming to
So
an
what's
end.
next?
I mean, I think I'm all washed out.
I have no more dreams in life.
So someone else wants to know, this maybe has already been asked, but other cleaning products that you use, Mel?
Oh, the cleaning process. So, I don't know the name of it, but I use it. It's a beeswax. It's just, you sell it in the
Yeah,
store.
yes,
What is it? It's
Wonderful.
It's called something bees.
something beeswax. It's yellow with a black
Yep,
writing
it's
and
got
a
a
bee
bee
on
on
it
it.
with
Yeah,
a black
yeah.
top.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
I got
wonderful.
you to sell that.
Yes.
I got you to sell it. I got Jeannie to sell it at Primitive Goods.
So good.
I think I used to buy that from Patrick at the Welcoming Lantern years ago. And I love that stuff. And it was funny because Tim is the one who actually got me to use it on like the stainless steel, the countertops,
Yeah.
because I didn't use that. I just used it to dust.
I use it on metal, everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
wow.
like it on the
Smells
glass. I don't
use
love it on the
smells
glass,
good.
but
Like this.
but I love it. So it does. It smells good and I love it. And so yeah, it's that and it's Fabuloso. And I have my lamb's wool duster that I get off of Amazon, or whatever.
And I use my lamb's wool duster all the time.
Oh, I
thanks to
love
you.
it.
love
I
it.
actually had a house yesterday. It was a older couple, and she's the caregiver for her daughter and her husband, and she's just busy and she doesn't have time. And it's a family friend. She's like, can you help me? And she hadn't dusted in quite a while. And it was so funny because I have the feather duster and I can just go on top of things because I'm 5'8", now really 5'7.5" because I shrunk at my last doctor's appointment. But I like, and the dust is just flying. And she's standing there watching me. She's like, I'm so embarrassed. And for me, that's like fun because it's like, oh yeah, this is great. I'm getting all this crap out of here, you know. But I love my Lambswool duster. I can get the nooks, the crannies, the corners, and yeah, I mean, and then the bathrooms. I use the Fabuloso. I've been using Mrs. Myers. I like Mrs. Myers now. It smells good because I clean a place in our town. It's a retirement home, and it's an old Victorian house. It's a beautiful house, and it's such a cool setup because it's elderly people who can't quite be at home anymore, but need to be self-sufficient before they go into a nursing home or something else. So there's like 17 rooms. There's 17 residents. They eat together every meal, you know, and then they're in their own rooms, whatever they want to do, but they have common areas. So I clean the common areas.
Like a family.
It is. They're like, they're the cutest
So
things.
nice.
And honestly, it was a job. After I took care of my parents and then I visited my mom at the nursing home for 5 years, I just didn't want to go the route of being with the elderly people, quote unquote. But now, the past few years has been my friends calling me, can you clean my parents' house so they can stay at home safely?
Yes,
They can't do it
that's
themselves. Can you? So that's what I'm getting. I'm getting like, you had that one that I just couldn't do, but your friend whose mom needed help. Plus I couldn't drive that far either. But I just didn't. So this job came up and I didn't want to do it. You know, it's funny how God puts you in places and then things work out the way they're supposed to. Because I was like, it would be every Wednesday after I'm done my other 3 houses. And I'm like, oh, I just don't want to do this. I went, I did the estimate. The director of the place is delightful. She's lovely. I love her. The people there are adorable. It's in my town, so I know most of the elderly there because I grew up with them. So it's like the little old Dutch community, you know, and a few other people thrown in. But I love going there. Like on Wednesdays, like I used to clean offices. So this has replaced my offices. So it was an income for me, but it's become something I like. Tomorrow I go. I'm already looking forward to going.
It's
you
funny
know?
how things come into your path.
Yeah.
And if you're open to it and
But it
It
wasn't.
all
That's the
works
funny
out.
thing. I was like, I wasn't open to it. I
but
didn't
you
want to do
were.
it because I fought it. Because even like when people will say, oh, my parents really need somebody, for a long time I was bitter about it. I'm like, because you know what? For me, quite honestly, that's not money making for me in my work. You know, if I have a couple that both work, I can make money off of that job. But if it's an elderly person on Social Security, I can't charge them what I would charge a
Yeah.
couple. But they also need the help, you know? So
Absolutely.
it's just kind of, it worked out the way it was supposed to. But anyway, yeah. So when I cleaned that place, it was funny because I used the beeswax to dust and I used my Fabuloso to wash the floors. So I cleaned there every week, November, December, January, February. So 17 times. All of a sudden one day I'm there and one of the residents goes, it's toxic. It's toxic.
Oh, no.
That would be me.
And I'm like, well, it was too
I
strong
can't
for them,
do
but no one had ever said anything. So I said to the director, I said, I've cleaned here 17 times. How come no one told me this was a problem? You know, so now I just don't use anything with chemicals, you know, and now they're all happy as can be because they're older. And it's like, but it was so funny because then I guess they said to the director, are you trying to poison us? Are they trying to, is she trying to kill us? And I'm like, no, I'm not killing you. I just thought it smelled really good. And I can't smell half of it
You
anyway
can't
because I
smell
fried
it.
my nostril cells years ago.
Right, so you don't know how strong it is.
No, I have no idea.
Yeah. What else do you have there, Tom?
What other decorating styles have all of you had in the past besides primitive?
That's a good question.
Farmhouse.
Country for me.
Country.
Yeah.
I've had country, I've had beach, I've had North Woods, I've had a lot of houses. I've moved a lot. Vintage, I've had New York Cosmopolitan, beach cottage. I've done it all.
You're
I
eclectic.
had modern. What?
No, I'm kind of stuck to, well, first apartment, it was like hand-me-downs, whatever I could
Mhm.
afford.
Mhm.
Okay. And then I kind of got into the antiques afterwards and probably started more Victorian. Well, not real Victorian, but some pieces.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, you know, then you move back,
Mhm.
but always antiques. But I think it's because My mother grew up in an old home. Her mom died when she was young, so she lived in her grandparents' home. My great grandfather was a decorator and an architect. So, and my grandfather restored antiques in Boston. So it was all there. So really, that's the style that I've always been drawn to. Now my mother would have a little Danish in her, and she was kind of sparse. That's so not me. That's not me at all.
Sparse. Minimal.
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 I'm like, no.
I can't. I'm so not that way. I can't even
I'm
say
so
that
not-
word.
I'm so not that way.
Minimal.
Just going back further and further and further. You know.
Yeah.
That's what So I mean, obviously down the Cape.
Oh,
it's so
nautical,
beachy,
nautical.
I have
Okay.
half
you know.
nautical, half cottage.
Yeah.
I think everybody is nautical if you have a
Yeah.
place at the
I mean, you
beach.
kind of
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be weird if like you put like bears and stuff in there, like at the beach. You're like, what is this Northwoods down the
Although
Cape?
people in Florida love, especially if they've been to New England or lived
Yes.
in New England
Yeah.
and want it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They,
Oh, yeah.
we ship to Florida a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To Sam. Hi, Sam.
Sam, yes.
Sorry, Sam.
Yeah.
But he has family up here in New England.
Right.
Hmm.
He's lived in New England.
Right.
One of my questions for everyone is, what's your favorite season?
Oh,
If you had to pick a season.
Fall.
Summer. I like the beach. I like the beach.
I love the fall.
But what about for decorating? What season?
Oh yeah, fall.
fall.
But Christmas I like too.
Christmas,
I love
Oh,
fall
yeah.
and Christmas.
Fall and
I-
Christmas.
Yeah,
I like
love-
Americana. I like what I have
Yeah,
for
you-
my
I like
4th of
everything.
July.
I love fall
I think
probably
fall
and Christmas
Yeah.
the most.
Yeah.
And that's what I have the most of.
Mhm.
Even though I'll do Americana, I don't have. Well, when my kids were younger, there was a lot more of it. Now,
Right.
not quite as much.
Mm.
Same thing with Easter, not quite as much.
Right.
Spring,
Easter,
not
spring,
quite as
yeah.
much. Touches here and
Right.
I can tell you this year, everyone was saying to me, you don't do like a lot of witches and jack-o'-lanterns and like more Halloween. And I've been looking in this season. You're going to see.
You could be a witchy woman.
Halloween, yeah. When the word
Be
season, that
Stevie
means-
Nicks over here with the black dress.
Yeah.
Is that in August?
That you're gonna see that in August. Yes, because Raggedy Junction is one of my biggest vendors that I purchase from. I've already received her line.
Witchy,
Oh,
witchy,
okay.
witchy.
So
Lots of
like
witches.
a lot of green jack-o'-lanterns.
Oh,
and,
see, I,
yeah, more
Wow.
witchy things.
I'm not that
And-
creepy fall.
And I've
I'm not
never
that-
been, and as a retail owner, when you carry fall, if it's just a regular pumpkin, you have that from August
Right.
to
Right.
Thanksgiving.
Right.
With Halloween,
Yeah.
you have a short
Very
window.
short.
Yeah.
But as a grandmother now, and I went all out for Halloween last year. I was like a ninja turtle. I was the sensei. I had the gi on, everything, and so they're like, "Oh, she's got a ghost," and now I'm tending to decorate more to them.
Sure.
So now Bumpkins has to offer more of that.
I guess
Because
so.
they're like two of my biggest fans. I think they're watching tonight.
Aww.
So
Hi, girls.
love them, and I'm just trying to be the right thing. And
Yeah.
what really caught me with Bumpkins is that my daughter said, "Tell Gammy, where does she work?" And they go, "Bumpkins."
Aw.
And that just melted my heart that my
Aw.
two little fans know where I work. I think they just think I play there all day, but I'm okay with that.
You
And
do.
I kind of do.
But I think fall, like it's definitely huge in decorating Halloween. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, like they'll say all the
Yeah.
money that's spent on decorating
Right.
for
Yeah.
Halloween
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
true. And
And
I
it's
think
huge. It's
People love Halloween. At least up here, they love
They
Halloween.
do
Mhm,
love
mhm,
Halloween.
They
mhm.
love it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Sometimes more than Christmas.
Tom, you made
Yeah.
a noise. What's
Yeah,
up?
They do.
You got a good
Really?
question,
So,
Tom? He's got a good
someone was making an observation that their house is a combination of 3 different styles. So farmhouse, Williamsburg, and primitive.
Williamsburg.
Totally
Okay.
works.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds nice.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love all those styles.
I want to go to
Me too.
Williamsburg. That's what we should do. We should go on a road trip.
We should go on a road trip to
To
Williamsburg.
Williamsburg. At Christmas time.
Oh my goodness.
Laney, someone stated here that there's a house for sale in her town, an old primitive house in Tennessee.
Oh,
I think it was
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Okay.
I think it was Tennessee.
Oh.
Can
So
open
if
a
you're
bumpkins
interested,
down there.
if you're
You
interested,
I can't go to tennis.
So far. Not
Sorry.
yet.
and
Not
then
yet.
someone's asking, will Anne be making more videos of historic homes and sites in the future?
I hope to. It depends where Tom and I go this summer. We got all these memberships to all these museums, house museums. So I've been going to them, and I did a whole bunch of videos last summer. But they're only open from May through October,
Mm.
and some of them are like one Sunday a month, and you know
Oh,
one
yeah,
third
yeah.
Thursday a month, and they're
Very
all different
limited.
things.
They're
and it's-
limited.
It's hard to get them, and I want to be able to hit a few at a time because we'll drive hours to go to these homes, and then I'll go to the home and they'll say, "Sorry, no videoing allowed," and then I'm like,
Oh.
"Oh man!" So I went to
Yeah.
like even when I went to John and Abigail Adams, went to all those homes. I was so excited. They're like, "No video."
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
I could
like
do
that.
pictures, but no
Mhm,
video, and
mhm.
a video of pictures isn't that interesting. So, yeah, I mean, if we find more, we will.
You know what though? Places are like that because I know, like my friend Karen in the past we've done Christmas house tours of different areas. We've gone to Concord and we've gone to Plymouth and we've gone to Gloucester. You know what I mean? Like in areas around in Salem, and a lot of them are like they're people's houses. So it's
Well,
like
that's, yeah.
part of the
Yeah.
community,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and it's a house tour,
Yeah.
but they don't let you take pictures,
No,
and it's
they
so
wouldn't.
funny because we're like, they look
I know, 'cause you want to keep those ideas.
know.
yeah, because there's some cool ideas, and it's like,
Yeah.
and then we'll be like, is she looking? No.
But they are people's houses.
They are,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah, but would you let people take pictures of your house?
Well, I do, but I'm on.
Yeah, that's true. So, well, and that's something, but that's actually what I was thinking too, as we were saying this. We were just talking about that out there too, and saying, like getting more people to getting more houses for her to go
Yeah.
into tour and stuff like
Well, I
that.
want to tour
Yeah.
again. I want to go on the road now.
Yeah, I know. Well, I have had people say to me, "Well, are you going to come to Ohio, or are you going to come down
I
south?"
know.
Maybe you need to road trip it.
road trip it.
Because I mean, I have customers that have beautiful homes, but granted, understood, they don't
They
want
don't
somebody
want-
coming in their house
yeah.
to video.
Somebody
So it's like,
Now,
oh,
have you ever gone into Chris's house at Walker Homestead?
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
videoed that at the Walker
So you
thing.
went in and did it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm,
because people who are far away who couldn't go there might.
Right,
Mm.
right,
Mhm.
right.
And I have to
Missed that
say,
part of it.
I've never seen as many Crocs in my life
Yes.
as in her house.
She's got a good
Oh,
collection.
She got a
yes.
good collection of
I
Crocs
didn't, in
there.
one room, I was like, don't touch anything. Don't
Oh,
touch
yeah.
Too much.
I know.
Oh, it was
I know.
amazing. The
Beautiful.
big
Yeah.
gray ones near the
Beautiful.
tavern.
Yes.
But she's so sweet. She's so
Beautiful,
sweet.
yeah.
Like they just, I mean, to open up your yard, you know what I mean? Like to open up your
Yes.
home and your yard and have all these people come into your yard and you make them like apples crisp. And last weekend was blueberry
Buckle.
lemon
Oh.
buckle.
Oh.
Oh.
And lavender lemonade.
Oh.
You guys missed it. You missed it.
No, I
I'm sick of working. Everything. I forgot what my home looks like. I gotta watch a YouTube channel
To see your own
where
house.
I live.
Oh man. Oh, that's
No one feels bad for me.
So if you guys go on a road trip
Yeah.
to Virginia, you have a place to stay.
Oh.
Now we can go to Williamsburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we can go to Ireland. We did a video.
Oh, now we're
That
going to
was-
Ireland.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Hey, my 60-year-old bucket list next year would be Ireland, but actually it's going to be Nashville. My
Oh.
friends from the gym and I are going to do Nashville.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So someone wants to know how Bumpkins got started.
I actually like to visit a lot of stores, and always with my best friend Barbara. And it was the Pine Swamp that I went in, and I always thought it was
Where's
gonna-
that?
It's in Woonsocket going
Woonsocket.
up Cumberland Hill, up Diamond Hill Road.
Never heard of it.
And I was in her shop. I'll never forget the day. And I looked at Barb. I go, I could so do this. And she goes, "You're gonna shut up or put your money where your mouth is." And we went down to a local restaurant, and I flipped the placemat over, and I started writing everything that we would need to open a store. And she did a lot of the red tape. And Tim didn't want to have anything to do with this because this is a terrible idea. No way. And then I'm like, he's not supporting me. And I didn't really have the money it was hard. So I just started opening credit cards. Like, where am I going to get the money to run a small business? And she got the red tape. And then I go, come on, we're going to a show down at Market Square. Off to Pennsylvania we went with my station wagon. $5,000 in a station wagon.
Wow.
If she could tell you this story, you got to do an interview with her. I'm sure she's got a lot of stories about me. I'm in Market Square. I got $5,000. Didn't let her do it, really, any of the shopping. I was a terrible friend. I go, Barb, we're going to take this and this and this and meet me in the next booth. I went crazy. She goes, and then I bought the first hutch. It was big. It was probably like the size of that hutch behind Mel. She goes, where are you putting that? I'm like,
In the station wagon.
so now we're at a show with the 5,000. I think I spent it in like 2 hours, and she's on the phone. I go, who are you calling? She goes, a U-Haul. Like, how are we getting home? Like, how are you getting this home?
Wow.
I didn't care. And at that time, so Tim didn't support me. And then we didn't do any antiques at all. It was all repros and
Was it
country.
Was
It
it
was
the same
more-
location?
What year was
same
that?
location. I opened in 07.
And you were where you are now.
Exactly.
And how long were you there and then you left? Because I remember you left.
So we closed in 09 during the recession. Tim went off to Iraq.
Right. Okay.
Barb's mother had cancer at the time. And Tim's father had cancer. It was a terrible year for us. So we just closed it together. And then I think a year after, the Arcadi family called me and he said, you know, the store's available again. You should try again or whatever. It wasn't even a year. Because when I closed Bumpkins, I went to Burnett.
Yeah.
And I kept the name and I started selling it. I was doing 6 locations
Wow.
while Tim was going and running a daycare out of my home.
Well, you were at what do you call it too, though?
Brick Mill. That's how I met Alice.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, when you say God has a plan for you, I never thought that my landlord would call me and say, it's available. I think you should come back. And I laughed at him.
Wow.
To cover from the loss, I had to flip a house and pay the debt off.
Oh,
I said, I'm debt free. Like, I
Wow.
would never do that again. He's like, you know, the economy's better or whatever. And then I told my Tim I was going to try this again. And he goes, okay, well, if we're going to do it, we're going to do things a little different. And
I'm going to tell you what to do.
a little bit different. And Tim really came on board with me.
Yeah.
And it's been 18 years. It was 18 years in April.
I remember
And
when
he's saying
I remember
20
when
now.
you reopened and you didn't really advertise. And I remember driving by that little nook and cranny in the corner and I went, oh, she's open again. I'm so excited. I walk in and I'm like, hey.
Same PO box
Yep.
upstairs in the
Wow.
post office.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
what I really felt in 09 that I was a failure.
Mm.
And I was really bad. Like, I felt like, I don't know, like I went through this, like I failed at something. I don't take failure well. And that's why I was afraid with the condos. What if this doesn't go well?
Right.
And you're like, you are going to do well. And
Absolutely.
you believed in it more than I do. And I still don't believe it until the last house and we walk around going, I actually did this. That'll be the day.
Mm.
But for me to take a chance and jump back in, I jumped back in by myself without Barbara.
Wow.
So that was hard for me. That was really bittersweet. And I keep saying I'm going to do 20 and out. And everyone who works for me doesn't want to hear that. They're like, what would you do? Or the landlord does not want to hear that too. So, but my goal is 20 years.
Okay.
I just hit 18. So
Yeah.
my goal is to stay at Bumpkins till 20.
Uh-huh.
And
It means I
telling
only
you-
can shop for another year and a half
Well,
and then out the door.
when I hit 20, I'm telling you right now, that will be the biggest anniversary sale that you are ever going to see. And I am a stamp now, or is that what they call it? A stamp in Mendon.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
I'm proud of myself. And if I close even tomorrow, I can say now that I've made it.
Mm.
And you were a big part of that too.
Oh, thank you.
Me
Yeah.
knowing that.
You were so young when you opened it up and started it. Really?
Yes. And it was funny because when I went to the shows, nobody wanted to talk to me. They looked at me like, who is she? Because I was so young, and people who had money people who had these stores were older,
Mm.
had
Mhm.
money,
Right.
well off.
Right.
Yeah.
And this was like an income for me. Like, I don't know, but I made it. And
Yes, you did.
I saw a lot of things come and go in the building that I'm in. but I've made it there. I don't know how.
Wow.
So
A lot of hard work.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
very cool.
And I always
Yeah.
say that the magic happens at night or when we're closed, because I have a hard time decorating when people
Do
are
the elves
in there.
come in?
Sure.
That's
The
what I said. The
elves
elves come in,
come
the
in.
magic
Yeah.
happens, the
Uh-huh.
music's
But
on.
But I think all of us have our own businesses, so to speak, and it's a lot of
Yes.
work.
We do.
Yeah.
You have to persevere. You
Yeah.
have to, you know, I mean, and you have, you know, it's great because people say, "Oh, you're self-employed. That's so great. You can take off when you want. You can do it." And it's like,
Yeah.
but
Not really. You can't.
Like,
take
you know,
off.
when
you
I-
take off, you don't make money.
well, it was like
Right.
when I had to have this surgery done, you know, and they said you have to take a week off. I don't. Last time I took a week off was, you know, other than COVID, was 5 years ago when my mom died.
Yeah.
The time before that was 10 years ago when my dad died. I don't take a week off.
Right.
And not pity me, but that's just how it goes when you're in your own
And
business.
recently,
You know?
like even in the last 5 or 6 years that I've had people work for me,
Right.
because I wouldn't let anybody touch anything in that store.
And now
So-
you've gone to how many times have you gone to a room?
Yeah, so
97?
I really I couldn't do it without the staff that I have.
Mhm.
And I really think that I've been blessed. And like I said, for, you know, I can pick on the landlord a lot, but for letting me stay there and it's really affordable.
Well, one of the
It's made
things
it
I think,
successful for me.
Lainey, is that you will let people do things for you and you trust them to do them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have that personality, or maybe I would. I don't know. I would want to do everything myself, but it's an art to be able to pass that off and feel comfortable with, you know, and give yourself a break.
Like Patty,
You
she's
know?
my Martha Stewart. You've been in Patty's house, and she organizes me in the back room. Joanne's my pricer,
Yeah.
and they all vacuum for me. I can't tell you the last time I've ever vacuumed in there because it's so clean.
Yeah.
I don't even want them to come into my house. So, but for me to let them do that or say, Joanne, could you decorate that wall for me? Because she didn't believe in herself. She goes, I don't know if you're going to like it, but it would really hit me going, you can't build houses and run that store all by yourself.
No.
You have to make some type
Right.
of change.
Mhm.
And Tim's so busy that I hate even asking him to come in and doing anything for me. And then the knowing I was going to be down for 4 or 5 months, really, even to lift a piece of furniture now is hard for me. I really had to let people help me, and
Yeah.
that was a challenge for me this year.
That would be a challenge for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I'm
Listen,
amazed at how
that's
much I can
all.
do it even one on.
Yeah.
And I think
Oh.
that was meant
Tom's
to.
got more questions.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
So, someone has a new Cape home
Ooh.
and they want to know what window treatments would look right in it.
Wow. Well, it depends on what
Your
you're
style.
doing, your style and what you're doing in the room, because like if you're in the country, maybe no window treatments or maybe shutters, right?
Shut it or
Swags.
Pap curtains are always a nice look.
Yeah.
I like tobacco curtains,
Mhm.
even if they're
Yeah.
the cream or the
Because they're
gray.
they're thinnish,
That would look nice.
so the light can still come through, but you're
Mhm.
kind of a little bit private.
Well, in the bedrooms, I'm always changing them. And, you know, I've changed the window. I don't really love it. I don't know. Those curtains are doing it for me. And I ended up buying out things from someone to sell. And she had a couple of these cruel panels with tabs.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And I put those on and I took the shade out and I go, oh my gosh. Perfect.
Changes the room.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Finally, after 12 years.
Mhm.
I just think that is a simple, nice look.
Wow.
Or, you know, even the swags, but for
Yeah.
me, that's perfect in
Yeah.
my opinion.
I feel like curtains and shades on a lamp can change
Oh
the
yeah,
whole
Oh,
look of
yeah,
the lamp.
yeah.
Mhm.
and it's funny you don't think of changing a shade on a lamp, and yet you can. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like you
it's
don't think of
little-
that. It's like
I
Little
changed the curtains when you
details.
came over for the last video. I
Yeah.
did stars.
Yeah.
I can't tell you when I changed those curtains last.
I change my curtains every season. I'm always changing my curtains. It changes the whole room.
I
It's
got the
like
star
that.
curtains up. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love them. It just
see, I never
really
change my
beautiful.
curtains because I always have the
I
same
only
ones.
do those 2 rooms and now I won't change them ever again. Because remember when the cool panels probably were more, because they're very colonial.
Yes.
And they were more in style, maybe like in the 90s when people were into that. And then they kind of went out of favor and there's more balances in tobacco cloth and burlap and whatever. But my house needed those. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
And I graduated it, and I graduated high school in the 90s.
Oh, we're not even
Oh.
gonna go there.
Oh.
I
Oh.
graduated in 1951.
More questions, Tom.
Better get off that subject.
Do you prefer snowman Santas for Christmas decorating?
I'm a Santa girl. But actually, I've gone away from Santas, and I don't do snowman or Santas.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
you don't.
do garland and trees and
Yeah.
lights, and I've gotten away from all that.
And I've gone to the Bell Snickles.
Right.
For sure. You just
Right.
saw that collection.
Yes.
So I have to go Santa's this year.
Probably Santa's, Old German, try to go earlier. Not many snowmen though.
Mm.
I
All the
can't believe
ornaments.
how I've gotten away. How about you now?
I'm probably Santa till December 26th, and then the snowmen come out.
Best of both worlds.
You know,
Yeah.
and I mean, but then, yeah, I don't know. I don't really, kind of like you. I think I have more other stuff, candles and greens and
Yeah.
wintry.
Definitely.
I
I
get
love
more
the greens.
wintry.
Love
Like,
the-
Yeah.
Definitely into the
Love the
greens.
greens.
Yeah. Yeah.
more wintry.
Yeah, and it's a nice time to take out just fruit and pewter and
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Good old pewter.
Yeah.
Good old
And
soup
what was
tureen.
the
pewter?
The
Yeah.
soup
Yes, that was a
tureen.
good question.
like that
Thank
one.
you.
Mm.
More?
Who asked that question?
That was Mary Casagrande.
Thanks,
Oh.
Mary. I like that question.
No other questions.
Oh.
Dewey.
How are we on time?
Yeah. How are we on time?
We are at 7:49.
Ooh.
Oh. 6:70. Wow.
11
How many
minutes.
people are watching?
234.
Okay. Is that
Everyone
like
give us a
consistent?
thumbs up.
That would be great if y'all gave us. Okay, yeah, let me just give my little plug here. When you give a thumbs up, it helps the channel. I mean, it really does, because
Oh,
then
And
YouTube
it's
goes.
free.
Yeah, and
I
when
give
you
2 thumbs
All you gotta do
comment,
is go click.
yeah, and
Yeah.
when you comment, that's even better. So I really appreciate your comments, and I read everyone and try to write back to every single one.
You do.
Yeah, I
You
do.
do.
It's
You do really well with
The
that.
other day I woke up and I was going to call my mom, and I thought, well, let me just check YouTube a minute and I'll answer a few questions. And
6
an
hours.
hour and a half later, I called my mom and she goes, well, this is late. And I'm like, oh, well, I went on YouTube a minute and it's been
Answering my question.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's yeah, it really helps. But even if you're watching on TV, get your phone and
Make a comment right now. Tell us
Yep. It's
how
so easy to make a
exciting
like
we
now.
are.
yeah, like is easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
life is very.
But a lot of people do comment. It's really not like I mean, I've said to you before, I love to read the comments. I don't respond to a lot of them just because I don't really have the time to between my full-time job and other things I have to do. But it's not that I don't see them and it's not that I don't care. You know what I mean? Like when people, but everyone's just so nice. Like everyone rates the nicest
We
things.
have the
and-
best.
You do, you
audience.
do.
Yes,
It's just so
they
sweet.
are.
So
Yeah.
Jen Busby asked, will you and
Jan Busby!
Hi, Jan.
Hi, Jan.
will you and Alice be doing more videos of decorating people's homes?
Mm.
Wow.
Interesting.
That
Jan,
is
do you want them to
cool.
come to your house?
Actually, if there's someone local here in the
Yeah.
area, you
Because
know.
Ann and I
Mm.
talked about that.
That's
a year or
right.
two ago.
That's- we've
Wouldn't
been
it be
talking about this
nice
for
if we could
years.
Go into people's homes,
Uh-huh.
use what they
Oh,
have.
I'd love for you to
Decorate.
bring it to my Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
we
go.
are-
You got one lined up right now. Ladies' Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies' house.
Now Jan looks like she has a pretty cool place. When
Oh,
I look
yeah.
at her
Jan's
things on
awesome.
Instagram.
Yeah,
Jan
who
looks
of
good.
you want to volunteer homes for a tour? I mean, you know.
Yeah, so
It's a
Jan,
great
this
experience.
is a plug for Jan. So Jan's at Primitive Goods.
Mhm.
She's awesome. She has a wonderful decorating style. So you gotta come to Primitive Goods and
Yes.
see your stuff.
Okay.
Yes.
Very
Yes, and
For
I
sure.
have not done a Primitive's Good video for a while, but there's still good stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We have a great group.
And the bathrooms are so clean.
Of course
Yes.
they are.
Yeah.
Has Jan ever done a video or been in a book? I know she does the things for the Primitive Place, right? The,
Yeah.
The crafts.
crafts.
activities.
I don't know, Jan, have you?
I mean, I'd love to come and tour it.
Yeah, lady will be the tour guide if you don't want to be on camera.
I
You
could
know?
just buzz around.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
met Jan last fall when we were at Lumber Homestead. She was there with her
Yeah.
husband. Very
Yeah.
nice,
Yeah.
nice people.
So
Yeah.
someone said that the Bearschnickel Santa is a bad Santa.
Oh, well, Belschnickel, if you look it up,
Yeah,
it's,
it is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a switch.
You like the
Yes,
bad
it's not
Santas,
the
maybe?
switch.
he's German origin,
Yeah.
and
It is
yeah.
very stern.
Because
Yeah.
he'd be stern and he'd get the children with the switch.
Yes.
They would
Oh.
go.
Yes.
Yes.
But, I
But-
mean,
but
that's
we like-
It's part
appropriate.
of history and
It is.
Well, because he knows when you are sleeping, he knows when you're naughty and nice.
Exactly. That was to get them all in shape.
So,
I'm
Yeah.
surprised
So
they
they're
ever
asking
got a
again
gift.
about shopping on Bumpkin, so I'll just tell them that's gonna be in August.
Yes,
right?
it'll be in
August.
August. We will
We don't
come
know
up
the
with
date.
It'll be in early
Yeah.
August because a lot of the things will be in.
Mhm.
Um,
I'll be putting it out
it'll
there
be on a Thursday.
Thursday
maybe
night,
the first
6
week
o'clock. Yeah.
Yep.
Someone wants to know what book you're in, Lainey.
It's going to be the Judy Condon fall book,
Okay.
and I will try to have it. We should have it at the fall live show at Bumpkins.
And someone wants to know Mel's dream home.
oh, dream home, someplace with a rich husband. You know,
Why does he have to be rich?
because
So,
I'm
for the dream
high
home.
because I'm high maintenance. I need somebody with a little money. But no, you know what? I kind of think home is wherever you're at. You know, like I don't really think I was saying that to my friends because they go, well, I'm at the place now, like where my friends are talking about, like my brother and his wife just bought a house in Maine, you know, and they're going to retire to Maine. You know, my other friends look down South Carolina, you know, and because I'm single and because I'm by myself, I don't even think about down the road. You know what I mean? Like I don't think about what am I going to do in 10 years? I just keep doing what I do every
Live in the
day.
moment.
And I live in the moment
But
and I
if you
enjoy
won
the
the
moment.
lottery, what house
But
would you buy?
if I won the
Yes.
lottery, I think that I would probably buy like a type of Laney house, you know, old colonial, you know, with,
Oh, I
you
thought she
know.
was going farmhouse myself.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you know what? Because I think since I've moved, we joked about this 2 years ago, but I've become more prim than farmhousey. I'm really, I think, more.
Well, and the house you grew up in was more colonial.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that was my mom. But my mom was eclectic. I mean, it was like
She
a little bit
was.
of everything.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you have like Pier 1 furniture with, you know, old fashioned farmy stuff or whatever. And I mean, she had 6 kids. It was our house was a house, but it was a home.
Right.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And because our grandma was very picky. Don't mess anything. Don't touch anything. My mom was the complete opposite. My mom was like, I want everyone to feel welcome in our house. And I mean, I think just no matter actually wherever I would be, that's what I would want to be. That everyone felt welcome and that it was just a comfortable place where you could just kick up your feet and relax and just it feels like you're loved and like you're welcome there. That's what my
Yeah.
home would be,
Yeah.
you know.
Sounds nice.
So with a rich husband.
So, favorite prim color?
Oh, mustard.
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 I don't know, I might go with blue or red.
Really? Oh yeah. You
Oh, I have a
might.
lot
Yeah.
of red too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alice.
It's hard, blue, red, mustard.
Yeah.
I know.
One of
They're all
each.
tough.
It's tough.
There's something about mustard though. It's golden. And
Mhm.
it feels like you can just
I know.
It
crawl
goes with
into
everything.
It.
Yeah.
But
All
it
those
stands
colors
out
go
without
together.
being too, because red can be strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Blue can be, mustard is just kind of there. You know, it's like everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
I'm a red girl.
Yeah. You are a red.
Well,
Mm.
I have to say, every room in my house has all the colors, but
Yeah.
I think there's red pretty much
Yeah.
everywhere.
I think
Mm.
so.
All the rest of the colors.
How about
Yeah.
you, Tom?
Yeah.
What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, what's your favorite prim color?
I like the Canadian flag.
What a canuck!
Oh, man. Try to get
I
a
like-
serious
I
answer for that man.
I like the Edmonton Oilers. I want the Stanley Cup back in Canada.
Okay, you know, he
Anyway,
doesn't.
let's
can
go
I
back
just
to
say,
this.
It's
The-
not happening.
the-
He
No.
doesn't watch sports.
No, but I do
I'm
care
gonna
about
out
the
you.
Stanley.
You
I
don't-
do
you
care
don't watch
about where.
Hey,
I I do care about.
How about those Celtics? How about those
I don't know
Celtics?
if we're gonna split wood like the real Canadians, are you gonna take your shirt off at the fall?
No.
No.
Anyway.
Let's
No,
stay-
because
let's
it's a
stay
flannel. You have to
Oh,
have
the flannel. Oh, but I gotta go with the farmer jeans. But you're not gonna take.
He should
shirt
have an
off.
unbuttoned
I
flannel
want
shirt
him in
on.
farmer jeans with no shirt on, like the real guy who splits the wood.
Since we
That's not
started
Canadian,
talking
that's
to him-
redneck.
Since we started calling him Shirtless Tom, that guy has his shirt on all the time.
Oh. He's embarrassed. He's embarrassed.
Another shirt
So,
on here tonight.
we have a couple of people who volunteered their homes.
Yay!
So Jan Busby.
Yay! I'm coming.
She said maybe.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
She's gonna decorate football, and then Debbie Fernley from Virginia.
Virginia. Road tripping.
Thank you, Debbie.
Is that where we can
I
stay
guess
too
gotta
when we
on a
go?
road trip.
Yeah,
that's
we're,
what I have to-
we're living or staying in Williamsburg,
Williamsburg.
and then going to Virginia.
Well, Williamsburg is in
I
Virginia.
know, but then we're driving over
Lady.
to her house
Lady.
and another house.
Yeah, we got a road
Yeah,
trip to
I
have here.
know it's in Virginia. Just saying, one house we're staying, and then one house we're going to tour.
Maybe
Go
she
to Busch
maybe
Gardens
she
over
lives in
there.
No,
Williamsburg.
that's not
Oh, we
primitive.
can't even go to
Busch
Busch
Gardens is in
Gardens.
Florida.
Mm-mm.
There's one in Virginia.
Don't be a stick in the mud.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see?
There's
I
two.
get videos of me
There's-
on the roller coaster.
You both are right. You're both
and,
right.
And they won a prize for like the best flowers at a theme park.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm gonna plan this.
I want to see
Oh.
you. This
When
is
are we
Busch
going?
Gardens
When
where
are we
they do
coming
the
to Virginia?
speedboats with all the people on the.
Oh yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
on too.
Do I get to come too? I
Yes,
haven't
we
done
go
any
together.
video houses other than us.
We go
I'm never
all
included. They
together.
do all these things and then I find out later. I'm like,
So-
what did you do? No.
Couple questions. What
Yes.
What do you ladies think about dark academy decorating?
Oh,
Oh.
Dark Academia
Dark
decorating.
academia.
Oh,
Okay.
what is that?
I
Never heard
think
of
it's
it.
cool. It's kind of like old libraries, you know, with
Oh,
like
okay.
the
Oh,
all
the big wood,
books
lots
and
of
the
wood and all that?
and the dark.
Hmm.
Some people, yeah, I think it's cool.
Like
I
a
it.
speakeasy kind of thing, like maybe?
No,
No?
no. Sometimes it goes more on the goth side, but you know, like it can be there's a whole different. The younger generation's doing a lot of dark
Oh,
academia,
okay.
and it can be a whole different expression. But I love it. I love everything.
That'd be cool
Well,
in
yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think if
With
you
your
just
with your
love
ghost.
decorating, you like all different styles, even if
Right.
you don't
Yeah.
want to live with that.
Right,
If you
right,
can appreciate it.
right.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure I wanted to live with this house when I came back from California. Isn't that weird? Because I walked in and I'm like, it's a
Dark.
museum. It was
Dark.
so weird to me.
Well,
Yeah.
because you had been modern.
I had been so
So
modern. We were on the white sectional looking out over the, you know, we had all this vista where the outside and the inside matched. I did do a video for you guys. I haven't gotten it up yet. So, you know, I was there and then I came in here and it was almost like a jolt.
Mhm.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
But I do that every weekend when I come home from the Cape. I
Do
go,
you?
Oh, it's so dark.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then I'm
Mm.
like, oh, okay, but this
Yeah.
is what I want. This is
I know,
what
this is
want.
what I want.
This is what I want. And it's
Yeah, you know it's so hard because at that point in time with all this, you can't change your mind. You know what I mean? It's like
I'm not
no.
gonna- no.
So this is very important.
Okay, Tom.
It's about the Edmonton
Canada?
Oilers.
Is it about Canada?
Oilers in 7.
Oh, I like
That's
that.
What you were gonna say?
Yeah.
Did someone write that?
Yeah.
Tom, they're Tom.
And someone also asked, will you ever have a website for shopping instead of doing the live, just a website where you can shop?
So
I
that'd be
mean,
you.
Well, I have a website where you can
Right,
shop.
right.
No, but I think
But
they're
they're
talking
mean
about
instead of the live. Yeah, no,
No.
because no, it's too much work to get it all together. Like you'd have to take pictures of everything, upload it,
Mm.
put a price on it,
Especially where
Build
I have
the
a lot of
website.
one of a
one of a kind.
build the website.
Mm.
With the,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's a
It's-
lot.
yeah.
There's a lot
Well,
of
there's
IT
a
involved.
That's a lot of shipping.
That's, yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean-
IT involved to build the website.
The
and-
IT is.
Oh, I wouldn't even know where to start.
But
Yeah.
but you know that this gets back to the whole thing of like you doing this. Like it's a ton of work because
Yeah,
people will say,
Right.
"Do your own like? Why doesn't Mel have her site? Why don't you have a page?" You know, and I'm like, because you know what you're doing and you do it good. It's a
work.
lot of work.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
time.
ton of work.
If I was a
Yeah.
lot younger, I would probably do something.
Okay,
on
yeah.
YouTube,
I believe you.
but not now.
I believe
No,
you.
it's a full-time job, but it's a
Molly
lot.
from
Honest,
Sanford
honest,
Town,
you
who
know?
uses it at a smaller page.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't even do my Facebook and Instagram. My daughter Becca handles it all for me.
Mhm.
And if I opened my phone right now, I might have 156 either likes or something going
Yeah.
on there. And then I feel really bad if someone's asked me a question and Beck hasn't looked at it in a week.
Yeah.
I can get in
It's
a lot of
of work.
trouble.
Well, yeah.
But by the
You
time I'm
have to
looking
be
at my
on
phone,
it
I
all
pass
the
out in bed.
It's it's hard because like I have people contacting me through all different things, through two
Oh,
different
I know,
places
she knows.
on Messenger, and then they'll contact me on Instagram, and then through my website. And I always say contact me through my website because it dings to my phone, and then I know it.
Okay.
Else,
Yeah.
I remember for a while I forgot I had an Instagram or I forgot it,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just
Right.
forget. So yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It is a
It's a
lot.
lot of work.
I feel
So-
bad when I don't post enough even on the Facebook page.
That's a lot of work too, though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's asking about Mal's process for downsizing to your current home. Any suggestions
Oh.
about decluttering?
Well, I think I was in panic mode because when I first had to move out, I had such a big place and I didn't know where I was going to move. You know what I mean? So it was like when I first was told you have to move out, the interesting thing was I lived in an apartment and there were people that lived above me. So like that Monday, she had a cardboard, like a card table out in the yard because we lived in an area where if you had no offense, but like dog do on the side of the road, somebody would take it. Anything that was free, they would take. They would just take everything.
Wow.
That happens
So
everywhere.
but this place was a gold mine. So she ended up putting stuff out. So I'm like, I found out on Saturday, Sunday, I kind of reached out to everyone I knew who had apartments, who were real estate, whatever. And no one had anything. And so then Monday I went to work and then I came up to that and I'm like, and I just went into my garage because I decorated the outside of that house too. And I just started sticking stuff on the side of the road. And I remember you were texting me, don't get rid of that. Don't get that away. Everyone was freaking out on me.
She was
But I had to do that to mentally get myself ready to go, you know what? I have to get rid of all this stuff.
Yeah.
It has to go, And so it was just a process of elimination. And then thankfully within 3 weeks, I found a place. So then that made it easier. But I just kind of saw the stuff I didn't need and said, I have this, I don't really need it. I can get rid of that. And a lot of stuff I put on the side of the road, but then I actually was like, I can make money off of this stuff. So I had one room in my house that I ended up putting stuff in, and I don't like yard sales. I mean, I don't really care for yard sales. So I ended up putting it on Facebook, pillows, this, that, every other thing, pictures, this. And people would come, my friends that saw on Facebook would come over. It was like I had a little store. And so I sold a lot that way. And then I talked to you and said, do you want to do a barn sale in the fall? And that's when we both did that barn sale in the fall.
Yeah.
So I really downgraded a lot. So when I moved with the bare essentials and said, I'm not going to put much on the walls. I'm not going to do much. But
she
then
started with a clean slate.
I started
there you
clean
go.
slate and then ended up, I even bought stuff that I sold because I thought, I love that. And I see it again. So I'm going to buy it again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think
She's
it's,
a professional shopper.
my mom,
She was
my mom was, and it's a good, bad thing because it's not a good thing for me to be that shoppy because I don't need to spend that money, but it makes me happy. But it's like, it's the kind of thing where it makes you happy. But in 10 years now, when I don't have that money put aside because I
For
spent
your
it shopping,
Yeah, that's the rich
so it's
husband.
it's difficult. But you know what? I think just probably get rid of the stuff that you don't really
For me,
need.
when I
Yeah,
moved
yeah,
from
yeah.
my country house over to the new house, you can tell I've been drinking. I don't even know what style house. The salt box. There we go. The first thing that went, the realtor said something that you haven't used in a year that should go first.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of pots and pans.
all the kitchen cooking.
Honest to God, that was the first thing that went.
Well, but
I knew maybe.
so and you guys know me, Arlene. I don't cook, And so it was so funny when I moved into my new place and it was smaller and my friends helped me move. And one of my friends came in and she doesn't cook either because it was just her and her husband. They never had kids. So she literally came in the kitchen and she looked at me with straight face and said, "Are you going to put your shoes in the oven?" And I looked at her and I went, "What?" And she goes, "Well, when I lived in an apartment in Worcester, I put my shoes in the oven because it was I don't use the oven and it could fit like 20 pairs of shoes if you take the racks out."
Wow.
That's so funny. Well, the other trick that you had, Mel, was packing up big boxes and then bringing them to your friends' houses.
Yes. Karen still has a box. Well, like we just said it in the
Wow,
the
that's good
4th of July
too.
video. Well, my friend, I had no place to put stuff, unless I storage binned it. And my friend's like, "You can put it in my basement." And so that was like 4th of July patriotic. I never went back there again. And I just go to Bumpkins or Primitive Goods or Bittersweet and bought all new stuff. So everything I have that's like Satan, like Valentine, like your flag. The thing that I had, that your flag from Primitive Goods.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's new, but see, they agree. I should do things like that, right?
Yeah.
Any more
Right,
questions?
guys? Right.
No, no more questions.
No more questions?
Oh, I had so much fun tonight.
This
Oh,
was
so
fun.
nice.
Oh yeah, boy. We were all just
Couple drinks.
a lot of energy in this room. This water was strong.
See, now I have fruit, so it's a healthy
I
drink.
couldn't remember that I lived in a salt box. In this video.
Oh,
What else did you go to?
But
we're never big together. We never, ever.
we never lack for.
We're at a
There's
loss
not a
for
lot of
words or things to
downtime.
talk about.
You know, we could talk all night.
Exactly.
But we gotta thank you guys for joining us tonight. This
Yeah.
was so much fun. I hope you had fun because we're in our own world here. Only Tom can really tell.
Click. No. But it's good to get feedback. Like it's nice that you guys like this, but if you have ideas or whatever,
Yeah.
pop them down and let us know what you guys want to hear
Alright,
about.
I
Or
can't wait to go on another home tour with you.
I know.
In trouble or
Stupid
a road
fun.
trip somewhere.
Yeah. I
Maybe
love that
camp or
idea.
Walker, but maybe a little further, like
Maybe.
an overnight somewhere.
Could be fun.
I gotta push
Williamsburg.
Alice a little bit to go, but I think she.
Are you a homebody, Alice?
Hey.
I kind of am too, though. I'd like to go away, and then when I'm there, I'm like, what would I be doing if I was home right
good
now?
for 3 or 4 days. I need to be.
I'm getting more that way the older I get. Yeah. And Tom and I both work from home, right? So
Yeah.
we're home all the time.
Yeah.
Us and the dogs.
I mean, during the week, you're not in and out.
Yeah.
But I'm a homebody.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, guys, we love you. Thank you for
Thank
being a
you,
part of our
everyone.
family. And we'll see you
Happy
again
4th of
soon.
July!
Yes.
Yes.
Go Edmonton in 7!
Edmonton and 7.
Edmonton in 7!
Okay. Bye, everybody. Do you know how to get us out of there, Tom?
We're on.